You feel the light before you can see it. It's warm. It starts in your heart, and you feel it spread across your chest, through your arms, your legs, right into your extremities. As the warmth fills your head, Aestoria, you open your eyes. Pure sunlight blurs your vision for a moment. As you look down at yourself, you see colors, all the colors of the rainbow, dancing on your skin. Under your feet, you feel the plush white carpet you're standing on. Gold filigree adorns its borders. You look up to take the space in around you. Light passes through a crystal dome encasing you. You see light, pure beams of sunlight cross your field of vision. You have been here only once before. You stand in the great sun citadel. As you walk, you pass through light beams, each one casting this radiant warmth across your body. The carpet before you extends as your eyes kind of follow it up, hundreds of steps. At the summit of these steps, there is a giant dais, on top of which sits a large golden throne. Beams of pure sunlight extend out from behind it, as if the throne were the sun itself. To the right of the throne is a woman with kind eyes and a soft smile. Twigs and branches and flowers kind of wrap around her, accentuating this very womanly, curvy figure. She has wild, voluminous, curly, chestnut hair adorned with a crown of like little white blossoms. Her eyes meet yours as she tilts her head with a smile. To the left of the throne stands a beautiful elven woman. She wears a deep blue gown with silver swirls and big jewels. Her silken white blonde hair is tucked behind her ears, pinned straight down her back. Her long arms kind of delicately fold in front of her body as she looks down her nose at you. She raises a single eyebrow. Standing to her left is a man, his muscles rippling as he kind of pushes his chest out. Two giant feathered white wings sprout out from behind him. He wears nothing above the waist, his lower half covered only by drapes of white fabric. The power is evident as his muscles kind of glistening in this like surrounding crystalline light. He has reddish brown hair that falls to his shoulders as he kind of pushes it away from his like chiseled rock hard face. But there, upon her throne, sits a giantess of ethereal beauty. Her gown is woven with threads made of sunlight, each fold catching the colors bouncing off the crystal of the great sun citadel. Her neckline plunges down her body, revealing a glowing, sun-kissed, radiant skin. Her wavy golden hair cascades long past down her shoulders to practically the floor. Gold metal rays adorn the top of her head, jutting out from a little crown, each encrusted with hundreds of thousands of small yellow diamonds that just seem to sparkle in the light around you. Her eyes lock with yours, and they soften. She is beautiful, delicate, and yet her power is overwhelming. She begins to descend the stairs in front of her, leaving a trail of light on the carpet as she comes down. She comes down to you with her arms open. Dayborn, the long day has begun. You watch as Soothea herself pronounces this miracle to you. And somehow you are distracted. You see something out of the corner of your eye. A figure. Something or someone begins to emerge from behind the throne. A shadow, darker than night itself, writhing and shifting, contorting its body to slither through the beams of sunlight on the back of the throne. As it shifts through, it begins to kind of materialize on the throne itself and takes a humanoid shape that sits on the throne itself. You see the figure extend an arm. Soothea, the whole time, looking at you, arms open. The figure extends an arm, and a jagged tendril of pure darkness lances forward from its palm. With unnatural swiftness, you see it plunge into Soothea's back, her serene expression faltering. You see, she looks down. A tendril of darkness plunges through her chest, followed by another, and another, each one sinking deeper than the last, going through her like a knife. You can only watch as she gasps, her body convulsing. With each blow, you see her for only a moment, a heartbeat. The light, her light, begins to fade. But just then, a moment later, you can feel the light before you see it. Light, pure, radiant light, begins to surge outward as if from the very core of her being. You see the light begin to shine through her skin with a force so intense you have to shield your eyes as you are sent flying through the sky as she erupts into a supernova, radiance exploding and expanding, consuming everything in its path. You are cut by fragments of crystal as the great sun citadel shatters around you, exploding into thousands of tiny fragments. You can feel yourself falling backwards through the air, and for a moment you can see it all. The luminous explosion in front of you, the crystal shards flying through the air, and the sky. The sky is gray. And then you are falling, and you are falling fast through a barren wasteland of gray. There is nothing here. There is no life here. And suddenly you feel the impact come at you hard as the shock jolts you awake out of this dream, and you find yourself covered in a cold sweat. Where are you?
I'm laying in my bed. Tears are streaming down my eyes. My breaths are coming fast. As I realize, I take in my surroundings and kind of bring myself back to reality. It was just a dream. It was just a dream.
What are you feeling in this moment?
Relief. Panic. Fear.
But the feeling of relief is ever present. It's the first thing you said. It came out of your mouth. The first thing is, thank God, it was just a dream. Well, thanks, you're there. It was just a dream. It was just a dream. Describe what your character looks like.
So, Aestoria she's in the lab room. Her favorite season is autumn. She's got long, wavy, golden hair that flows past her back. She's got sharp yet delicate features. Her eyes are blue as the ocean, almost depthless, but then encircled by just a tiny little ring of gold.
Cool.
She's dressed in white robes, gold accents.
In bed.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. What's she wearing right now? I guess yeah.
Her nightgown, yeah, a nightgown, but it is
White gold, everything.
white gold.
White gold.
White and
Yeah, there's
gold.
gonna be a lot of white and gold in this campaign.
Yeah.
There is, yeah. White and gold. Yeah.
The floor is yours. I mean, you just woke up from a pretty harrowing dream.
She gets up and she walks to, grabs her house coat robe, throws it on, and
Cute.
goes over to the windows and throws open the shades and
Yeah, very
looks
cool.
out just to make sure. She's like, she keeps having to remind herself that that was a dream and that it didn't actually happen.
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of throw open the windows to see what you can see and to remind yourself that what you saw was just a dream. You saw a barren wasteland of gray in your dream. The Great Sun Citadel, as you know, stands or hangs above the Feywild, and for it to shatter and for you to only see gray, you have to almost remind yourself, like you said, you throw the windows open to see what you can see, and you see the glorious capital city of the Kingdom of Soltera, the Citadel. It is built on the uppermost peak of, sorry, one sec. This one. It is built on the uppermost peak of where you are, right now. Where are you? Are you in your apartment away from home, or are you in your...
I think I'd be in the palace.
In the Sun Palace?
Yeah.
So the Sun Palace is built on the uppermost peak, as I was saying. It's visible from miles away, and it kind of looks over the Citadel, and it's... you see the pieces of the city through tufts of white clouds through the sky. That's how high you are right now. You can see the multi-leveled city below you, the streets curving around large towers and mountains. Stone bridges connect streets over sparkling waters that run throughout, cascading down the mountainsides. You see the streets are lined with grand buildings. There are big hanging gardens, ivy-colored facades. That's right. Yeah. Sunlight, light from the Great Sun Citadel above you shines over the city, and you can just see the city be alive and well. For a minute, your heart kind of slows down a little bit. It was just a dream. What you saw was just a dream. Everything below you is real. The Feywild is real, and you can feel the hum of its citizens below you.
Relieved, she bathes away the sweat of the nightmare.
Feel like your bathroom, you have like a private, absolutely, I mean, being one of a Dayborn, you absolutely have a private suite in the private chambers of the Sun Palace. I would imagine your bath being like pure marble. You kind of see this almost like a big pool of water, that's like steaming. You might even have a personal attendant that might, hand you some warm towels as you're on your way in. It's very the life to live if you're going to live.
She's not complaining about it. Once that's done, she dresses and she quickly makes her way to the temple. She needs to connect with Soothea just to ease the rest of her nerves.
Yeah, absolutely. So you kind of make your way through the city. I wouldn't imagine the Sun Palace being too far away, and even so, you might even have, I'm not sure if you do, but a fairy stone that might allow you for inner city travel quickly, like that. So you can travel as quick as you want, really, to the Church of Soothea, the Sanctuary of Light is what it's called. So the Sanctuary of Light is a temple complex, essentially, that sits in the heart of the Citadel on very sacred ground. As you approach, you kind of pass through an ornate golden archway, flanked by 2 golden statues, angelic beings that are tooting on their horns. The air, as you walk in through the gate, is filled with the scent of bellflowers, as they kind of chime in the breeze that flows past through the Feywild. As you approach the main cathedral, you see the surrounding garden. Silver birch trees, elven trees, golden leaves, meticulously maintained bushes and shrubbery are scattered throughout. As you kind of approach, there are a few different places that you can go. So there is the main cathedral in the center of the complex. There is a cloister, which is where all the Sisters of the Eternal Order usually stay. Which you are a high priestess of, but it's mainly their like private chambers. There would be a chapel there, but it would be very small. There are the gardens around the main cathedral, meticulously maintained by the Sisters of the Order of the Eternal Sun. There is the library, and then there is the Chapel of First Light. And that chapel is a smaller, more intimate chapel within the complex.
Should probably go to the smaller chapel.
Yeah, the Chapel of First Light. Sweet. Okay. So, as you kind of make your way through the main halls, down the cobblestone of the garden, you see 2 Sisters of the Order of the Eternal Sun. They also have robes very similar to yours. Yours may be a bit more ornate or extravagant than theirs would be. They would be more humble Sisters of the Order. And as you pass, they give you a sun salutation. High Priestess. There you go. Yeah. High Priestess.
Ladies,
how are you today?
I'm good. How are you faring?
Oh, fine. We're just working on the gardens. You can see there's like a basket of like hedge trimmers and some gardening gloves. The other sister might even have some gardening gloves on. She's full of dirt and she quickly puts them away and brushes herself off. Give you a salutation. Thank you, High Priestess. Thank you. Are you on your way to the cathedral?
To the chapel.
Oh, Sunseer is there.
Oh, okay, I get it. Sorry.
Not you.
I know. Okay.
The Sunseer is there.
Sunseer. Alright. Thank you for the heads up. I shall make my way.
Great, yeah. So you kind of make your way through the cathedral. The Chapel of First Light is, you would have to go into the main cathedral hall, and it's kind of like an offshoot, essentially. Mm-hmm. As you enter, you see probably 10 pews, maybe even shorter. I would say 10 on either side pews. And in the center, you see this statue, this golden statue of Soothea, a depiction of her. There is light coming through from a window behind her, so it looks as though the light is beaming against her. In the chapel, you do see that there is a person sitting there. She, let me just bring her page up here. Not for you guys.
We don't get to see her. No. You get no.
Got this name.
Got this light back.
The golden depiction of Soothea that you see in front of you is eerily similar to the in-life person that you see sitting in the first pew. Her back is to you. She has wavy golden hair. She wears a robe similar to yours, but perhaps even more ornate than yours. There's as if there's elevations of this order that you must pass through. She also wears a small circlet like yours, but You can barely see it, really, under the wavy golden curls of her hair. She doesn't turn her back as you walk in.
I quietly walk up and kneel beside her and wait for her to, if she feels like talking, wait for her to talk to me and go on with my prayers to Soothea.
First roll.
First roll of the campaign.
Get out of here! You peeker!
No, no.
You fucking
See, I can't tell by your facial expressions, so...
So you, go up to the pew. It's just a Catholic church at this point. You kind of pull out the little, kneel thing that's attached to the wooden frame in front of you. You pull that out as you kneel on it. She kind of shuffles a little bit to let you sit next to her. Some time passes. Make me a wisdom check. This is the real first roll.
Alright.
First piece.
No.
Shit,
I
that went
don't
for a
know.
one.
Does that count?
Is it cocked?
No.
It's a pretty good one.
And it was not cocked.
It's
Yeah.
not-
Can't confirm.
20 is the first
Not
roll.
20.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Or a bad sign.
Whoa, okay.
Okay.
I was like, they both saw it and was not cocked.
Yeah.
So while you're praying, keeping in mind this natural 20 now, what exactly are you praying on? Is there a question that you're offering up? Or thoughts that come to mind as you...
I feel like in my head, I'm kind of relaying the dream
To Soothea?
to Soothea. Seeing if she can give me any guidance or anything to see what it means and why I was having such a horrific dream. Because have I had dreams like that before?
No.
Okay.
You've had dreams where that involve Soothea, that involve you being in the Great Sun Citadel. You've only been there once, and that's when a very unfortunate thing happened to you. Since then, you've never been back, and maybe you've taken those dreams to be you wanting to return. There's a closeness there, being in the Great Sun Citadel is literally the Feywild is her realm, but the Great Sun Citadel, that's her domain. So there's this feeling attached to being there that you might have, and there might be something that you want there. As you offer this up to Soothea and you look for some kind of guidance in terms of what does it mean, you feel something in the very core of your being, like there was a match lit. You feel this fire inside of you begin to stir. Begin to stir. It's the feeling of power. You remember everything you have and everything you can do, you owe to her. And she hasn't let you down yet. Okay. I would say some time passes before. How are your hands? Are they like this or
I would say I'm probably resting them.
on the front? Sunseer, she gets down on the kneeling pad as well. The long kneeling pad as these pews work. The long kneeling pad in front of you. And you just feel a hand on top of yours, on the top of the pew.
She kind of stirs and startled me.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Sounds good.
Sounds alright to me.
She kind of looks at you for a moment and then
I feel like I kind of break down at that point. I'm like, okay. I break down and I tell her about my dream and ask if she's ever had any dreams like that.
you telling her about your dream, as soon as you mention the fact that Soothea told you that the long day has begun, you feel the hand on your hand clasp yours tightly. The long day. Say it again.
She said the long day has begun.
Aestoria, do you know what this means?
What?
The long day is a step. A very important step that we all must take. What is your dream, Aestoria?
Like the dream that,
What is your dream? What is your life goal?
I would say eventually return back to the Sun Citadel and reside there with Soothea.
That is a very admirable dream. I'll tell you mine. My dream is to have Soothea rule over the entire realm. Every inch of it blanketed in light. The long day is a step towards that dream. A very important dream.
Very happy for you.
You should be as well.
Of course I am. I've only heard of it in teachings. But
Now, tell me. She told you the long day has begun. But that was a dream, and that doesn't mean that it actually is going. She kind of like turns away from you at this point, like realizing that it was just a dream. For a second, she almost thought like,
It's happening. It's happening.
it's happening. It's happening
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So she turns away. But you dreamt of it.
I have, yes.
That means something. Perhaps the long day is coming.
Do you feel it coming?
I have felt it coming for a very long time. I have felt it coming since the last one ended.
There are forces that want to stop it, correct?
As there always will be. Aestoria, my darling. She grabs her hand again. There is balance in this world. Now, my dream involves Soothea ruling over all, and it is also Soothea's dream to rule over the entire realm, but you know of Nita.
Of course.
Her dream is to also rule over the entire realm, and of course we cannot see both of these dreams come true, right?
Of course not.
And so we do our due diligence. We make sure that our worship and our praise gives our God as much power as possible.
You're right. We can't let Nita get the upper hand.
We can't let the darkness win. Whatever we do. And this is not just during the long day, this is every day. This is what we do. This is what we teach.
Of course. What of the darkness that was in the dream?
Describe it for me once more. I'm talking to you.
It's like it manifested out of the shadows, as one would expect. And it took humanoid form. Couldn't see its face. But it just sent tendrils of darkness right into that center of Soothea. She exploded with light in the whole sun system.
Oh my god, girl.
It's just a dream, right?
No. No. The dreams that you have, that we all have, being so close to the goddess herself, we cannot treat them as just dreams. What you dreamt was of great significance. And do I believe every part of it will come true? Maybe not. I do hope that the long day comes and it does happen. But if your dream is true, then we must do what we must do to keep those forces at bay. It's what we do every day. Every day. Continue what you do. Continue your worship. Continue your lessons and your teachings. Stay the course, and all will be fine.
Thank you. She believes her and kind of settles down a bit. Her anxiety kind of lessens.
Ah, you feel better.
Much. Thank you, Soothea.
That's what I'm here for.
Let's pray.
She kind of clasps both of your hands in hers at this point and turns to you a little bit. At this moment, you feel warmth in your heart. This one's different, though. As if there was a string attached to your core. You feel a tug on that string.
You're having a heart attack.
Not
Cardiac arrest. Somebody gotta get the clicker.
not far from here. A fairy
A fan.
flies above the city.
He was a fan.
He whizzes through the sky, clearly in a hurry, trying to get somewhere fast. Pebble!
There's your comedy relief.
You see just the tops of people's heads as you kind of fly over them.
30 feet per second or whatever it is.
Per second. Fucking whizzing through.
Zooming by.
Through the mixed marble cobblestone streets of the Citadel, you weave your way through, flying by people as necessary. You get high above them for a moment, and you kind of stop. You take in the city around you. This is the Citadel. This is the capital city of the kingdom of Solterra. Massive towers with large ornate spires surround you, the majority of them built directly into the mountains that cover the land. Bridges arch between the spires, connecting those towers and buildings throughout the city. Glistening waterfalls from aqueducts that have been built into the mountains fall. Large, wide staircases allow for the denizens to travel through the multiple layers of the city with ease. These buildings are testaments to the dedication, hard work, and worship of the city's original settlers, in an effort to be as close to Soothea as possible, the goddess of sun. They built this city as high as they possibly could to be as close to the Great Sun Citadel as they could be. As you take in the splendor of the city around you, could you please describe your character?
So right now I'm probably about a foot tall. I've got bright blue butterfly-like wings, wearing very simple kind of like barbaric green like loincloth and leather belts and straps. I've got my armor on just for... I only have one outfit. Leather brace,
Smells
leather stain.
terrible.
Hey, it's like Einstein. I've got a closet full of the same thing. Yeah, just like light skin, kind of like elvish looking features, pointy ears, kind of like a pixie, maybe a little bit look like a sprite. I know we always get confused with each other, but fairies are just a little bit bigger than the rest. And today, I find myself floating above the city looking at its splendor. What am I doing? I'm gonna be late! I gotta get going! It's banana day! Take off again.
From your high vantage point, you're kind of flying over the city. To your left, you see an Eladrin with bright colored flowers through their yellow hair. You're kind of passing by. They're talking to a hooded merchant in hushed tones as they show them their wares beneath a canopy.
It's illegal!
You see them kind of hurt up a finger. Yes, and begin to open their cloak.
Ooh, and wanna buy a
And yes, illegal! And you fly on. You're passing by a tavern with a patio that stretches out into the city street. A Fey server pushes the swinging doors open with her back as she kind of carries out a tray of multicolored drinks that seem to like bubble and fizz and smoke. She glides up to a table. 1 second.
Try the gargle blasters, they're killer.
Gargle blasters.
I just realized that this is not that.
10 gargle blasters.
She glides up to a table of laughing guests, kind of fluttering her wings as she glides up and hands them their drinks. One of the guests, Cedar, he gestures to the server. And green, swirling magic comes from his fingertips. And the rest of the table's like, ah! And they shake him by the shoulders.
You paid for the round. Yeah.
Nice.
Just as you keep passing them, you see a park with a large fountain and a statue made of stone in the middle of a hero long past. Benches surround the area and many Fae are sitting in conversation. There's a summer Eladrin playing a lute in the corner. You watch as a clearly shy child kind of creeps up to the fountain with a little flower in their hand as they throw it into the fountain, almost in anticipation. At this, the stone hero magically comes alive and turns to the child and thanks them for their tribute. The child, just absolutely giddy at this, turns back to their mother, and the mother's like, and just produces another flower for the child that you see.
On repeat. That's what they do all day.
Pebble, you're breathing in the city. The hustle, the bustle, the people filling the cobblestone streets. There are flowers that seem to kind of sway in the direction of the people that are moving. Floating crystals are in the air. Flying sprites are whispering in elven ears. A bard recites poetry on the corner. You smell the distinct smell of glow green. The bakery down the street is baking bread.
Oh, glow buns.
The loud city noise fills your ears. The city is alive. You feel the magic in the air, and you kind of find yourself closing your eyes. The loud noise becoming a gentle hum. You just feel this arcane energy swirling around you, going through every person, including you. And then you are snapped out of this moment.
What did I hit this time? Flying with my eyes closed. Never a good idea.
Yes.
Of glow buns.
A squeal. As you open your eyes, there is another fairy who is about this close to you. She has big, blinking sky blue eyes and blonde hair that's braided into a cone on the top of her head. She has pink and green, shimmering wings. In the flesh?
Where?
You're the cloud blessed.
Yeah, I am.
Arga's
Yeah, some other time. I'll give you an autograph.
Last storm giant!
Card.
Yes! She pulls out a piece of parchment. She pulls out a piece of parchment and gets you to sign it with her little quill.
I'm just gonna like take off a gauntlet and throw it at her. And fly away.
I wish Dad were here to see this.
She flies away. You whiz through the streets now. You've got somewhere to be. You're up over people's heads, between their bodies, just looking for the best route now at this point to get to your destination. Up over a bridge, then another, down some stairs until you can hear it in the air. The sound of screaming children.
Oh no.
As you
Started.
come up on Temple Roku.
Elbow my way through the crowd to get to the front.
You come up on Temple Roku, a sanctuary nestled within the massive trunk of a living redwood tree. Elven stonework surrounds it on either side, but the tree has continued to grow on, overtaking the land and the buildings around it. The temple has become a safe haven now for lost children of the Feywild, and you see them all hanging on the vines outside of the temple from branch to branch to branch. There is a large archway at the bottom of the trunk, which is a door, but over top of it, there is a patio, like a balcony rather, that is basically like almost like a natural extension, as if the tree had been grown this way to have this natural balcony over top of the door. You see this child that has like face paint all over its face, kind of comes out, runs out onto the balcony. Mr. Skytitan, you're late! You're gonna miss it!
Oscar, I'll be right there. I fly up. It's my best friend.
Oscar?
10-year-old orphan. Never name them. Never name them. Never name
Set
them.
yourself up for.
You kind of fly through the balcony
Is
to
he still
where...
meditating?
Oh, he's always meditating. Of course he is.
Okay, we can still do this.
Yeah, but the bananas aren't here yet.
When it gets here, it's ours. We're gonna get it this year, Oscar.
You
and me. We're
Yeah, we're gonna do it, buddy. Let's do it. Screw that monkey.
All right, you remember the plan?
What's the plan? I don't remember the plan. I'm 10
Okay,
years
it's
old.
okay. We'll make it up as we go.
Okay, you don't care.
10 years old.
The main chamber of the temple takes up the majority of the space. The trunk has been kind of hollowed out to create this like big grand hall. The walls are lined with roots and wooden beams that twist together to make natural pillars. There are even trees growing within the tree itself. Multiple different fruit trees, that is.
Fractal
And
trees, yeah.
most of them are basically
Treeception.
bananas.
Yeah.
Mostly bananas. The air is cool and the rich scent of redwood fills your nostrils. No bananas yet. There's a path of smooth stones that lead up from the entrance to the central dais, where there is a dais that is covered in moss. However, above, there, on his perch, above the main chamber, the light from the great sun citadel shines down on him. You see him, Roku Bubbins.
Look, Oscar, he's still meditating. He's completely dead to the world. Can't hear anything that we're saying right now.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so.
Are you sure?
I've been studying him for this past year. He never moves except when he farts. He just moves a little bit. His left cheek.
Slightest.
All right, Oscar. When that beam of sunlight hits the dais, that's when the banana appears. That's when we make our move.
What are we gonna do?
Well, that's where you have to be creative, because you're going to distract him. I'm going to sneak over to the dais and steal the banana for myself and for the both of us. And then we'll split it. 50-50, just like we said.
So what if I like gave him a wet willy?
No, you need to distract him away from the dais, so you can't be...
Oh, wet willy's not gonna do that. He's gonna chase me. Because he's gonna be so angry with me.
That is a pretty good idea.
Right, right?
There's another kid that comes up behind him and says,
Are you guys stealing the banana?
Hey, get your own gang.
there's like
Next year, Josh.
7 other kids that come up like,
You're not in the gang. Sorry, next year.
Josh.
If Oscar doesn't make it, you can apply next year.
Josh and Oscar.
No. Oh, don't name them, dog. Tough. Don't get too attached.
That's so funny.
Okay, everybody, in your positions. You go do your own thing. We got our thing.
Yeah, everyone scram. Get out of here. Get out of here, Josh.
It's just scurrying around the periphery.
Everyone is. Yes, exactly. Yeah, Oscar gets into position. He's kind of like, the perch is above the main chamber. It overlooks the whole thing, but there's like a stairway that kind of follows the curve of the tree that you can kind of scurry up a little bit. I mean, children are up here all the time. So, right? So Oscar kind of scurries up the thing and is like waiting behind Roku.
I'm gonna try and fly up to the dais where I assume the banana will appear.
The banana appears like right in front of Roku.
Yeah.
Up on his perch, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I want to be.
Hell yeah, okay.
It's like a regular banana ready to do things. Pour some sand out of it.
While this is all happening,
Hilarious.
Roku, you are in deep meditation right now. Could you please describe your character for us?
All right, yes. So sitting up, you see this simian creature, a primate, covered in this short brown fur, thin enough to see parts of his tight, strong musculature behind the fur. A long tail that curls down from underneath it. He is sitting up on, essentially, like holding him up above, and he sits cross-legged, essentially. His hands kind of resting on his lap. He has big, wide ears and a small, kind of rounded face. His eyes are closed right now. He has robes that are wrapping over his body, mixtures of mostly red. As the light kind of like crosses of them, you see shimmers of yellows and oranges. They seem ornately made in some way. The light kind of bounces off of this necklace that he has around, that he wears all the time, and one central blue bead that catches light more than others. You see wraps woven around his arms that are kind of yellows and oranges, wrapped up from his fingers all the way up to his kind of elbows. You see a sturdy belt around his central abdomen area, I guess. Mixtures of different dragon scales are the makeup of this very thick, sturdy belt, actually. As he just sits there, contemplating, meditating, in deep thought.
Are you...
So much so that he is unaware of his surroundings in so many ways.
Is there like a question or a purpose?
I think what he's thinking about right now, being that he's probably not aware of how close Banana Day is, if it is or not. It's one of those things that he just knows when it happens, but his concept of time is irrelevant. His duties around the city are his own in that way, and I think the question he's thinking of is, or the thing that he's pondering on always, is his relationship with Soothea in general. I think underneath all of it, there's just a deep burning. There's something that he's just never been able to get quite over. Most things that he has, like, again, he has been around for so long. His life is eternal. Years and centuries have passed. He has spent so much time in combat and defending the realm of the Fae from the evils that would try to take over. But I think the reason he's done that has always been something that has bothered him to some degree. And as much as he's made peace with so much else, there's an underlying uncertainty that still hangs that he cannot seem to shake. So when he is in that deep meditation, that is always something that seems to circle back around that he cannot get past. So I think that's what he is thinking about, is that the moments before he left to venture into the Shadowfell, the time that he was there and the time that he came back, and how his life changed, and how the realm was different back then. This was before, when he was not immortal, when he was not blessed with the longevity of life, when he was just a champion of the Redwood or the Red Grove, and a champion of his people and the Simian race, and a descendant of his great-grandfather, Roku Bubbins, who he's named after. And I think that the feeling that he resonates on is that feeling, that core feeling of what things used to feel like before the Broken Age, and in the time that the Age of Resurgence has come forward on the material plane. That feeling has been restored, and it's not a comfortable feeling because it's brought up a lot of memories that he has tried to push down, tried to make peace with, the person that he was, the things that he had before he had lost his family, his people, his everything, and then giving his life to Soothea in service in that way to try to fulfill some kind of vengeance or purpose or something to make that all worth it, essentially. So I think that's the sort of things that he's thinking about and has been for years now as time has passed during this Age of Resurgence for the material plane.
It's been about 200 years during the Age of Resurgence for you at this point in the Feywild.
So yeah, I think that during this time he's been a little more reclusive in his mind than previous years. So he is very deep into that thought.
Roll me a listen check. Another nat 20. Could you imagine?
That was almost a 1. It was so
You
close.
wake up.
Yin and yang.
The balance. It'll be a 13. Lucky 13.
Okay. Yeah, so as you're thinking these really heavy thoughts, Roku, there's some deep sadness there as well. You see this vision. You're in the Great Sun Citadel. Soothea is in front of you. You see a big white piece of parchment beside her, as she has a large golden feathered quill, and she is writing on the scroll and looking down at you. Soft eyes. She maybe touches your cheek. Silence between the two of you as she continues to write.
And during that time, he will have very subtle tears welling and just kind of rolling into his fur and drying off. And through his meditation, it must probably be there. And just, it'd be like crusty underneath his eyes
You
by the
like
time he opens them up.
dog crusties? You know what I mean? When they like get caught in their fur. So during this sad moment, there's sadness, but there is goodness there as well.
We're banana.
Mr. Skytitan. Mr. Skytitan.
Yeah, what was it, Oscar?
don't see it.
Oh, I see it.
Roku. It's here. It's coming. Oh, it's happening.
Yeah, his nostrils just flare.
Could you please remove the black piece of cloth from the front?
I don't remember what that was.
Stop.
What was the light? I thought it was a microphone.
That's so funny.
From here, I just see the back of it.
Roku, you can sense it even with your eyes closed, and all you can hear is.
Okay, Oscar, it's time.
It's like barely finished materializing at this point. Okay, are you ready?
Get his attention.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Bubbins!
Yeah, in that exact moment, I think the scroll, all of the writing that's on the scroll, and this, it kind of like this overly large scroll that just hovers behind him. It's almost like this ethereal thing. The writing on it all just lights up in gold. Like,
It's within my grasp.
time stops.
Okay, real talk, I don't know what condition that banana is in.
We don't eat the golden banana.
No, I mean...
Oh, man.
Oh, time still stopped.
Oh, it's...
Oh, this is a good one.
It smells nice.
Banana.
As soon as I take my first bite, the time will start again, basically.
Nets! Oscar!
It's your fault!
I know it's your fault this time!
It's your fault!
Bigger figure
Another year.
out of my ear.
It's like wet. It's like super wet. Like it went up his nose first. No, not first. Mouth first. Nose. Nope. Nose first. Mouth.
Oscar's not too bad.
Oscar's, yeah, he's got face paint all. Yeah, you notice at this point Oscar has face paint on his face, but it's actually you see like your little paint pots in the corner. They're just like demolished.
Mixed then.
Yeah, but look.
It's very good.
Well, Mr. Master Bubbins, do you need to eat the whole thing, or can I just have like a little nibble before it just does it? Next year I can have it though? Next year.
No.
Yeah, next year. He said maybe. I heard it say maybe. Next year, Oscar, we're getting the banana.
It's
Can I
a
have
good
some,
banana.
Mr. Bubbins?
Oscar, can I
With my
have some?
non.
I'll pass it to him.
No.
It's so magical.
You may have the peel.
It's not the same.
It's not appealing.
Mr. Bubbins, get out of here!
Game over.
The look of disgust on your face.
As you're eating this golden banana, you feel
Looking at the chaos around, like,
This is worth.
it's a good day.
as you are eating the banana, it's almost as if the banana is asking you a question.
Why are you eating me?
Why?
Bye, bananas.
Purpose
Why was I born to do this?
Charlie! You feel as if the banana is asking you to accept it.
Oh, yes, banana. Your purpose is known to you and me.
A flood of warmth just washes over. Oh!
I had a plate next.
Oscar's like, oh, Jesus Lord.
I'm good though.
I'll leave it on the floor.
It'd be funny if he threw
The peel is mine.
peel and it just landed in a spot that is just like for some reason extra
yeah.
verdant. Like, everything else is like normally growing. There's one spot that's just super flush.
I imagine.
It's thrown every
I was
single
gonna
year.
say, there's just a peel, a mountain of peels.
I love it.
Yes, you feel sustained. You feel powerful. This little fire in your belly.
Why,
This
Pebble?
This core
Master Bubbins.
feels powerful. The banana wanted to be accepted.
How do you know that it was banana?
I've been counting on my fingers since last year.
A good strategy.
Yeah.
But when you are worthy of the banana, you will not need to count.
Okay. We'll just split it next time, because you promised. Next year we're splitting it.
Yes. Next year.
Oscar's just in the corner, like licking the peel at this point.
Oscar will be an adult by next year, so.
It tastes like paint, Mr. Bubbins! So there's paint getting into the milk.
Just gold paint all over his mouth.
I don't feel so good.
Mr. Bubbins, I have a tummy ache!
Okay, come here.
He just coughs.
Burp off.
Burp him.
Give me my iPad!
He's an iPad kid for sure.
The banana wanted to be accepted, and you did so willingly. The banana has this sustaining power for you, but you feel something else. You feel gratitude. Not your own. Someone else's. At this moment, both Pebble and Roku, you feel something warm in your chest. A different kind of warmth.
Not heartburn.
Not that kind. Not heartburn, exactly. As if there was a string attached to your core. You feel there is a tug on it. You are both familiar with this feeling.
Master Bubbins.
What is it, do you think?
It's adventure!
Okay.
Let's go!
Imagine you're just gonna fucking whack him like
Trying to wake up!
Wow,
Get out of bed, you lazy head.
You can get out of bed, lazy boy.
that hurt. But it was fine.
Surrounded by trees, not completely unlike the massive redwood that stands in the heart of the citadel, there is an elven druid and his daughter wandering the forest of forget. A canopy of red, orange, and yellow leaves hang overhead, sunlight passing through them to create shadows on the forest floor. A less skilled explorer might find it easy to get lost here, as the forest is known to play tricks on those who pass through. But the duo move along the path with ease, the leaves crunching beneath their feet. The daughter takes the lead, careful not to disturb the forest or its inhabitants. Behind her, her father watches. Count, could you please describe Cedar for us?
Cedar's a rather tall man. Elven, pointed ears, with a long white ponytail behind with two strands going down in front of his ears. Very tanned. Wearing a large, like, coppery scaled duster. Very beaten up, feather strewn cowboy hat. Some like other leathers, he has pouches and the such, all sorts of like plants and other things poking out. And he's walking along with a large wooden staff that has like these little branches, like it's still alive, like the tree that it came off of is still within this staff, and those little tree branches at the very tips, just little sparks and little fires going on.
Cute. You smell the cedar wood, no pun intended, around you. The rich scent of maple. These are your forests, and you walk as if they are part of you. Your daughter does the same. She has long auburn hair that is tied in a braid down her back. Same with you, little tendrils kind of fall around her face. She wears a faded, floppy brown leather hat, a tunic with brown leather pants, and a coat. There are leather straps attached across her body, adorned with little pouches full of finds from your days out in the woods. You might see a mushroom cap kind of poking out of one. You see a monster fang kind of poking out of another. She has a large bow on her back with a quiver engraved with glyphs that glow with an ember color. She stops in front of you. Puts her hands up. She lowers herself closer to the forest floor, and you see her make her way over to a small clearing to your left.
Gotta crouch down and follow suit.
Alright, give me a stealth check. She got no brow.
Don't fuck it up, Dad.
18.
Okay.
These are my woods.
That's what she got too.
Cute.
You kind of both crouch down into the forest floor, and you're looking into this clearing on the left. Maybe 20 by 20 feet, maybe 15 by 15. It's actually kind of hard to tell the way the trees are intermittently spurt throughout. But at the center of this clearing, you see a white spotted deer. The fur kind of slightly shimmers as the deer bends its neck down. Aspen looks to you like,
You know what to do.
she pulls an arrow from her quiver.
As like, I picture them like crouched behind like a fallen log. He's just gonna like take his hat off and like set it on the front. Go on.
Okay, she's gonna try to hit this fucking thing. Get it!
Draw and breathe.
20?
Was it a nat 20? A what?
See, her excitement is deceiving.
That wasn't excitement, that was. So she yanks this thing. She pulls it. And the arrow kind of like gets knocked off the tip before she's actually able to flick it. So when she does, the arrow just kind of falls out of the bow and clacks against the log in front of you. And you see the deer immediately bounce away. And she turns to you. That was your fault.
How was that?
You're making too much noise.
How was that? Did you hear me? That's what I thought.
I still think it was your fault.
No.
You're the one that taught me to do it.
I taught you the right way. You
So-
were taking shortcuts.
Okay, so what did I do wrong there?
Drew too quickly. You did not breathe properly.
How does one
I
not
could.
breathe properly? It's human.
Slow.
It's elven nature. Exactly.
It's different. It's different when you're going to take a life. You need to learn that. Come on.
You're right.
We're gonna find that thing again.
You continue down, kind of going through the forest. As you do so, she kind of picks up again. She's silent for the first little bit, kind of beating herself up a little bit. You see it just in her demeanor. You know, it's stuff like that makes me think I'm never going to be able to do what I want to do. And join the Sunstriders.
One day you will.
You know, when that day gonna come, Dad?
When you're ready.
When am I gonna be ready?
That's up for you to decide.
I thought I was ready, but it's stuff like that keeps happening lately.
Now that's gonna happen and happen again until you find that heart. Until you know.
You know, it's hard sometimes. I love you and everything, but people see my last name and they just expect me to be great.
I was asked that of you though. I know they expect it. But I don't. I expect you to be who you are.
You don't expect me to be great, though?
Very
You know I was never so good at words.
Dad, I'm looking for answers.
I don't expect it, because I know you will be.
Shit, that's nice.
Goddamn right.
She like kicks her raw.
Like that, she's just like sitting in the country sea yokel.
Shit, that's nice.
Wow, shit, yeah. Hot damn.
Do it.
I'll share some of that dip or what?
Yeah. Your best ain't worth your bucket of spit. Daddy-o.
That's so funny. I call my dad Daddy-o. Like that's actually
Hey,
I love
Daddy-o.
Daddy. Not like that. Don't
Don't ruin it.
Don't do it like that. I didn't like that.
It's just second nature for Ashley.
What?
It's just second nature.
Yeah, I guess. Still a character.
Still, it would be nice to be great.
One day.
Maybe someday soon.
Maybe after we finally get this book.
I don't think a deer's gonna make a heck of a difference.
Oh, you never know.
So, let's say I do join the Feywatch. I do become a glorified, decorated.
Yeah, you're just...
Do they decorate the captains or decorate?
They do something with them, I don't know.
I don't know, but I say I become really high up
Yeah.
in the Sunstriders.
Yep.
What are you gonna do?
Same thing as I always done. Meander through these woods, keeping one step ahead of them.
Not gonna get lonely?
I ain't never been lonely. Got you in my heart.
Dad, you were alone for a long time before you found me.
Yep.
Isn't it gonna be different when I'm gone?
I don't know. When that day comes, I'll find out.
Because one day I won't be around. And
One
you'll
day.
stay. You'll stay long past me.
I'm well aware.
You ever thought about getting a lady?
Sometimes.
Well, if you do, I don't want to know about it. I don't even know why I asked. I don't want to.
Well, I'm happy to avoid this conversation as well.
But it would be nice to know while I'm out doing my sun striding that you're not so lonely.
Tell you what. Make it a deal.
I imagine you have some kind of like fucking wackadoo handshake.
It's actually just a normal handshake, but no one does.
Everyone else has crap crazy handshakes, but you guys just exactly.
Super secret.
I love it.
Booger there.
Keep it simple.
Make me a perception check, Cedar.
Yep. Find that book.
I also got a 16. That's fucking whack. That's
Alright,
actually
where are we?
insane.
So maybe you should shoot the bow with you, and then you should be able to fucking hit it.
Alright. As you walk through the woods, you come up on another clearing. This time on the right-hand side. As you duck down, both of you, almost instinctually at the exact same time, your ears, it's almost as if you like can see the points making the movement of, there's something around here. You both look at each other, get down close to the forest floor, and make your way over to another big log, trying to see through the clearing. Make me another perception check.
Another one. 16.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. As you get down low to the ground, you see that the deer is in the clearing. No problem. We'll come back to that second perception check in a second. But
Alright.
get down low to the ground. All right, dear. It's just you and me now. Shut the fuck up, Dad. Don't make any sudden movements. She starts reciting the things that you've said to her. Is that good? Shot through the heart! This arrow flies out of her bow and hits the deer in the center of the clearing. No problem. You hear the deer. Actually, what does the deer say?
That's pretty close.
Oh, is it? Okay. As it flops to the ground. Oh, yeah! Hey!
Well, shit.
As she yells out, there's like 1,000 birds fly out through the trees.
They're happy too.
Kind of get down into the clearing. As you, as the two of you sit down and you begin to, I should have asked for the perception check here, so I apologize. But as you get down into the clearing, as you begin to hiding
Skin.
skin the deer and cut it up into manageable pieces for you to carry back to wherever your treehouse may be in the forest. You notice something interesting about the clearing itself. What you're noticing is the shape of it. The shape of the clearing is three-pronged. There is a main clear, and then there are 1, 2, 3 prongs on top of it.
Rather odd, ain't it?
I don't know, let's see. Looks fine to me. This dice is betraying me.
Something's odd about this place. Best hurry up.
Alright. What's wrong?
I don't know. This place is weird. I'll tell you more.
We live in the Feywild, Daddy-o.
Kind of blushes when she says that every time. Like, oh, call me that.
She kneels back down and continues to go at the deer. At this moment, you feel a warmth spread in your chest. As if there was a heart, as if there was a string attached to your core. You feel a tug on it. Now you're the one I'm worried about having a heart attack.
Old timer. All that game meat.
You feel a tug on your core. Dad?
I believe I received a call.
Oh. All right. Yeah, take him. Take him.
I'll just carry this buck myself.
Now, you take that skin up to Mapleport. 25 gold, no less.
Mapleport? You know how far away we are from there?
Yes. Get walking. Get walking.
She like stabs it. I don't know how you cut a deer up, but she's doing it angrily. She's doing it angrily.
What does Sunstride remind about that distance?
You ain't my captain.
I am, as long as you're living in these woods.
Damn.
Hard ass.
Hard ass.
Bitch. Well, I'll be off. Just give her a little kiss on the forehead.
Oh, cute. Oh, do it again. Maggie. Cute. Nope, wrong one. This one. Is it this one? I don't know. We're gonna do this one. As Cedar looks Aspen looks upwards towards the great sun citadel, the scene, as we'll say, kind of extends beyond those trees. As we look down upon the mosaics of red and orange and yellow that is the Forest of Forget. Extend your vision even further to the west, over the kingdom of Soothea. the many districts of this vast kingdom. You see farms and small settlements along the outskirts where the land is flat. You see Fenris quarters, lush and green from above. The grand citadel, the shining capital city of the kingdom, with its sprawling towers that extend into the sky. Above it all, the great sun citadel, shining on you from its position at the top of the realm. You see massive sun rays extending outwards, but looking at it directly, you have to shield your eyes for a moment. Atlas. Oh, you shield your eyes as you look at the great sun citadel, and you look down at Amaralt, the military district. You have just launched off the Sky Warden's Airy launching pad on your dragon Arcadian. Introduce us to your character.
Right. So Atlas is a very tall, 6.5 foot elf, a Ladrin elf. And he has longer, shaggy, brilliant blonde hair. And he has a fine, pointed beard. Unlike most elves who keep it clean shaven or cannot even grow any themselves. Is
that what you tell the girls in the tavern?
Yeah, 100%. That's what I tell all the girls. I'm one of the only elves who can grow a beard, actually. Fun fact.
7 other elves walk by with
brother, hello. He's a fake. Yeah, he is a fake. You can tell by the straps. But he is clad in plate mail, the silver, beautiful silver plate mail with golden tree-like limbs that are branching embedded inside of the plate mail. He has a long, dark blue cape with gold tassels and stripes along the back. And wears a fine helmet, his riding helmet, that blows in the wind. He is mounted on his bronze dragon of Arcadia, and he is flying through the air in great speed and great haste, and looking about his bustling armelt.
Armelt. Everything is exactly.
Okay, I'll get the
time. So.
Armelt. And all of his men are scurrying about doing their duties, and he sees some people at the range shooting bows down range. Just keen eyes, just carefully scoping out his men.
So yeah, as you look over, you see the launching pads that you've just kind of launched out of. Mm-hmm. This is a snapshot moment, really, because you're looking around as you're on your dragon. You can see the buildings below. There's the Chapel of Light. There's Spellforge. There's the Wayfinder's Ring. You can see the entire district. You look over your shoulder as you're flying, and you see Captain Kieran Talaran, your second in command, your best friend, your brother. He's an elven man. His skin is a deep tan color like the rest of his wood elf clan. His hair is pulled back into a messy knot on the back of his head, but you can make out a massive scar on his face that goes directly over one of his green emerald eyes that are currently staring daggers at you as he also launches off a pad, flying high speed on Misham, his solar griffin, in an effort to catch up to you. So we're gonna do a little contest.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we're gonna do a race between...
Fancy putting some money down on this there, Kieran. How much do you want to lose today?
Shut up!
35,000 leads.
Whoa.
Doubling that.
We're military men. We're not making millions.
Oh, I know you got it.
Oh, I have. I have been reckless with my money. The women are expensive.
So we're gonna do the air. So this is the Airy training course. It's called the Sky Sprint. And it's a series of tests that you would normally put your recruits through to see what their skill is like. And you and Kieran are having a contest right now.
I love that.
So there's going to be 4 stages. And what we're going to do is we're going to do contested dexterity checks between the 2 of us. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the total of all 4 rolls. at the end.
Okay. Okay, so just straight decks. No animal handling or anything like that.
What are you doing, animal handling?
Okay, that's good. That's better. That's better.
What? How much you putting on it?
Oh, I'll put down. I'll agree to 500 leaves.
Shut the fuck up.
What? Big man.
What? There's like wind.
Come on now. Listen, how about if you win, I'll give you 5. If I win, 2. Seeing as everyone knows.
2 leaves, that's it.
200 leaves. 5 and 500 and
2
200.
leaves, you've got a deal.
Oh, come now. Come on. You know what I meant.
So, no, he does not take that deal.
Fine.
So we'll do animal handling, probably
right.
better, because you are trying to test essentially the relationship between you and your mount.
Yes.
So the first course is the takeoff, what you basically just did. So the launching pad from the cliff. Who is able to gain that initial speed and control as they start to gain altitude?
Okay. Okay.
That's not good.
All right.
What'd you get?
20 total.
Jesus Christ. Okay. 1 sec. So round 1.
Jesus crackers.
Save tooth.
I'll just do it in here actually so I can have record of it. Round 1 is Atlas, who had a 20 total,
20 total.
and Kieran did not. But you can see that, excuse me, as you are like launching off the pad, your conversation, very casual conversation about massive amounts of money has Kieran a little bit flustered, and you are able to completely overtake him in the first.
Here's my plan.
Of course. So now you start to approach the daunting cliffs. You approach a labyrinth of tall, jagged cliffs. The mountains are not natural. They have been magically constructed to test the Sky Warden's ability to maneuver and avoid mountains. So you must navigate narrow gaps, ducking, and weaving.
Okay.
Flying.
Breakneck speeds.
Yeah, or I was, what's the...
This is Top Gun.
Yeah, it's Top Gun, basically. It's a Top Gun.
I was going like in Star Wars when they're flying the ships through the things. You know, they have to like...
Pod racing. Ooh, pod racing.
Yeah, pod racing. Okay.
Now this is pod racing. All right. 23.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Highway to
I will have mad rolls in this movie. I'll be dead.
Time to duck, dive, dodge, duck, and roll.
As the two of you are trying to avoid these narrow gaps, you see that Kieran and Misham actually get stuck behind one as you're able to completely gain speed over.
Come now, keep up, Kieran.
What? The next stage, the crosswinds. Beyond the cliffs, you face them in all directions, gusts of cold, biting wind, making it hard to stay steady.
Ooh.
These magically created gusts are a test of a rider's ability to keep balance and stay on course.
17. Is he gonna fall?
It's not good. It's not good. He actually, the crosswinds, as you're going through them, you have not as much ease as you've had in the past 2 rounds, but you're able to, maybe you're just a little chilly.
Yeah,
a little cold. Yeah, exactly. But Kieran, you actually see see Misham actually like his wing, or her wings, sorry, kind of like pull back as she's trying to fend off these biting cold gusts of wind. As Kieran kind of like is almost, that's a good griffin noise, but I can't do it.
Wasn't noisemaker? And just mad.
I got excited.
That's all that was.
You see a clear, open path beyond the crosswinds, the final sprint back to the Eyrie. This is your last test of resolve, the limit of your skill and control as you push yourself in an all-out final stretch.
See you at the finish line, Kieran.
That one.
What?
16.
That's not good.
Kieran's about to lose his fucking shit. You man, dismount, he's still like...
Yeah, so you push yourselves, and you're just able to gain that momentum, that speed right off of the winds that Kieran was not able to. You maneuver the wind in a way that it actually propels you forward as you're able to just swiftly.
Arcadian tucks his wings and just goes into like a nosedive.
Right onto the wooden landing platform. That kind of like the cliff is built here, but the platform is built extending outwards from it with beams that connect it to the cliff itself. So you're able to kind of land on that platform. You are able to land, not only land, you're able to dismount before Kieran actually is able to catch up to you with a very unsteady landing. You can see on the wooden platform, I hate using the word skid marks, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
Is you can see like claw marks have dug through the wood.
Yeah.
It has to continue to be refurbished every so often because it's impossible
Just
to
get
keep up.
wrecked through one of these flying mounts.
Sand the boards down.
Yeah.
You see off to the side of the series of platforms, there are a number of Sky Wardens that are watching you. You see a few of them kind of put their hands up at your arrival on the platform, and they turn to the person next to them.
Like command.
Kieran's man done. Nah.
Exactly. They flank like. And then one of them acted, "Oh, I knew you could do it, General! Drinks are on me tonight!"
Well, I can't say no to that.
"Don't tell the ladies about your beard again and make them all walk away!"
Come on now, just whittles out the ones that are worth saving, you know.
Oh, they all was saving?
It's not saving, but you know, like keeping a rat. I don't know.
Does he want some of them to die?
No, not saving.
He called the general,
Just keep it around. The general does not get invited out.
Yeah, actually, we're not going to go out tonight!
I have a tummy ache.
Still going to go out tonight, right?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
As Kieran lands, as Kieran is landing, he kind of stumbles off of a mission, and you see him kind of come up to you, and you know what you did out there in the what is it called again? Right, fucking the sprint. You would have had the recruit's head if they had done that.
What?
You were reckless.
Oh, come now. In real life situations, you have to be reckless. You have to do what needs to be done. And I couldn't
I don't
let
think
you
that's a
in.
very good attitude.
Oh, come on now.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They'll call you the reckless one. I roll you. Yeah, come on. I made you who you are.
Yeah, alright. Well, perhaps it's starting to get to me, losing to you all too often.
That's fair. Would you rather I let you win?
No, I think I need that as well.
It's alright. I got lucky. I know you're a competent flyer.
Yeah, of course, I'm the captain. I didn't get here just by riding on your coattails.
Ever said that?
Never thought it.
Good.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, me? No, I never thought it. No, of course not.
Misham at this point is like, her head is like nudging. I get it. Anyway, I've got to take her to the roost. You done?
I'll be done for now. Good try.
Good idea. You hear him kind
Don't
of
be such
muttering.
a poor sport, Kieran.
A poor sport! Say it again!
I'm really
not
blather.
listening to you!
I'm really blather.
You feel as Kieran and Misham kind of walk off, and Misham is like, you can kind of see that her feathers are pretty ruffled, actually, exactly, in a bunch of different directions. The gust of winds really got to her. You kind of can see Kieran just like tucking them back in under each of one of her feathers. You feel the back of your neck begin to pulse with heat. Instinctively, you almost kind of put your hand up to the back and you begin to trace your dragon mark. You feel the warmth underneath your fingers. It's been a while since you've had it pulse. And it makes sense. You just did this exciting little test of strength and you don't often get to show off. So you feel that reminder.
Ooh. Maybe we should go do that more often, Gideon. Is that right? Feel all right for you?
I was going to say, I asked Dylan, I was like, is this Arcadian talk? And he was like, yeah, I think so. And I was like, oh, God.
God, don't make me do that voice.
But I will. But in time, I will get there.
It's in canon that Arcadian has a cold right now.
I listen to being like Shaggy.
That's so funny.
This is a younger now, it's screw you.
I know.
Atlas, as you watch Kieran walk off, you feel the pulsation of your dragon mark on the back of your neck, but then as you begin to rub that away and it kind of dies down, you feel a new heat burst across your chest. As if there was a string attached to the core of your being. You feel a tug on it.
Would I have felt this before?
Yes, you would have. You know
I know the tip.
exactly what this means.
Alright. Well, since we have one more flight in us today, then Arcadian. Have some feet. I'm
Arcadian takes a puff of his hair. I'm good.
Dragon asthma.
Arcadian secretly talks to Kieran please save.
Kill me.
Find somebody with greater restoration, please.
However, somewhere far, far, far away from here, there is a pack of adventurers.
I keep saying.
The sky here is an inky black. No great sun citadel to illuminate the land below. The land itself is gray, desolate, a barren wasteland. Black, rotting trees with no leaves. The ground underneath you reminds you of ash, black and dusty. There are ruins of what was once a structure. Of what purpose you're not 100% sure, since all that remains is weathered stone that has grown mottled and cracked over time. Dead vines and black moss cling to the ruins, twisting their way through the stone as if trying to reclaim it. In the center of these ruins, there is an individual sitting cross-legged with their hands stretched out on either side of them, palms facing up. Beneath the hood of their cloak, they wear a mask with upright, triangular ears, with a pointed, slightly upturned snout, the face of a fox. Surrounding them, scattered through what remains of this crumbling structure, the rest of a pack of adventurers keeps watch. To the north, there is a live man who blends into his surroundings with ease. He wears a different mask, one with pointed ears and a slender muzzle, a coyote. To the west, there is a woman, with her back against a crumbling wall of cracked stone. Her mask has narrow eyes with a shorter muzzle and rounded ears, the face of a hyena. To the east, there is another man, with strong shoulders and studded leather armor. He wears a mask one could mistake for a dog, but the facial features are smaller, the ears more upright. He wears the face of a jackal. And to the south, one more, a wolf stands and watches the fox in the middle. Nick, if you could please describe Fenris for us.
Standing over 7 feet tall and very large, the armor just makes him look more tankish than you would even expect. He's kind of pacing back and forth, a hammer down by his side as he watches between the fox and along the walls.
How much longer?
Are you talking to someone? So you're pretty spread out right now.
Okay, I thought okay.
You're quite spread out, in fact. I would say that there's anywhere between 60 to 80 feet between each of you. I would say there's probably 30 to 50 feet between.
Using sending, or not message.
So, here's what I'll also say. You have been out here for about 2 days, going on your third. You are tapped.
Yeah, that's it. Cantrip.
Okay, so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So you have one first level
Okay.
and one second level.
Oh shit.
That's all you have right now.
It's been a long
You have spent the last 2 days watching over the fox in the middle. You spent the last 2 days clearing out this post, essentially, of all the undead and all of the shadow that exist here. And the fox in the middle, I'll say her name, I guess, but Volpiria, she is conducting a ceremony that is to cleanse, or a ritual rather, that is cleansing the land. As she does so, she is defenseless and cannot defend herself, which is why you are all spread out around her to make sure that nothing gets to her, basically. But with your message.
How much longer?
To who?
Volpiria.
An hour.
Hmm?
They look up ceremony.
No. It's much longer than that. You know that the ritual takes 24 hours to complete, and you, by your best guess, you're over the 20-hour mark. But as you send this message, how much longer? 1, maybe 2 hours.
Stay vigilant.
You hear a voice now in your head. Commander, she is getting tired. You know this to be Yenna. Sorry.
It's happening.
It's breezy.
As you kind of wait, are you just waiting around?
I'm just
diligently?
kind of almost like a wolf, just stalking up, pacing, and just kind of like eyes looking to her and then around, and then just kind of like flipping the hammer.
Mm-hmm. Every so often.
Yeah.
Time is very different here. You were hoping after, practically probably a lifetime of exploring the plane of shadow that you would feel used to it, but there's still this part of you that never really will get used to it. Not that the plane of shadow, not the time that works differently here, but the question of that there is darkness, corruption. How is it that that kind of evil can exist when the world you know is so different from that? The world that you know and the world that you live in and the world that you fight for, that one is made of light and that one is made of beauty. That thought comes to you in this moment. Would you think about that often, maybe?
The thought would be more, it's our job to hunt in the dark so that we can protect those of the light.
Cool. As you're ruminating on this thought, you suddenly hear a blood-curdling scream. You see quickly that the body of the fox in the center of the ruins is on their back, and you see a shadow black entity standing over them. One of its massive hooked claws slashes straight through their chest. Let's roll initiative.
Bruh.
Fucking right.
It's gonna be
Bubbins teleports in.
a 17.
I'm gonna get like a text from like my landlord that's like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, honestly. It's like,
And what did you say? I have one level 1 and one level 2?
You've been at this for so
Yeah.
long, like you're expanding these shit, you know, like you've been fighting off this stuff, and also the more time you spend resting in those Shadowfell. Oh, that's where they are, by the way, Shadowfell.
How do you feel?
Well, I don't know, maybe now.
Sounds fair.
Even I picked that up for once.
What'd you roll?
17.
Good, because the pack rolled terribly. Guys, I'm gonna be rolling really bad over here, pretty much the whole campaign, if this is any indication. So.
Perfect.
We will dominate our enemies.
Domination.
Whole thing's over in 5 sessions.
Except for
using
your
that
findings.
day.
So, you are up first.
Oh, I quickly turn around.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how far between?
30 feet.
So 30 feet. I'm just going to, under my breath, just Hakai, and use my cantrip Holy Word.
Cool.
Which is...
Hit me with it.
That is a 18 plus 11.
29.
29.
Yes, that will hit.
Woo!
Fuck you numbers.
Fuck you numbers.
48 of radiant damage.
Change my lightning. Missing one?
14,
I guess I used it.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 points of radiant damage. And if I hit a undead, fiend, or fey, it's...
You can pretty much guarantee. Yeah.
Yeah, it's speed is reduced by 10 and can't take reactions.
Nice.
And then I will close the gap.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So you're kind of like, it's almost as if the ground is like shaking beneath the, like you're a big guy, right? So for you to be running,
With an unnatural quickness for somebody so big,
Cool.
wearing so much armor.
okay, it's the Wraith's turn. He's gonna take another fucking absolutely disgusting, kind of take his like clawed hand and wrap it around Vulpira's neck as she's on the ground in front of him and dig his claws into her.
No, Foxy lady. Foxy lady.
What are you rolling for? That's not that 20.
Wait, I regret everything.
He wraps his hand around, but somehow, as he tries to like get his hooks into her, all he hits is the mask coming down farther on her neck. But he's not actually able to hop off in that way. Then it's going to be Jack's turn. So. Yeah, I keep calling him Jack. I know that's not his full name, but
He probably goes by Jack.
that's what I kind of figured. Yeah, he's the jackal. Yes, so he kind of runs up, closes the distance between himself and Vulpira and the wraith on the in front of him, and he takes out this like massive great sword from his. I don't know what happened there, but massive great sword. And if there were light in this plane, you would have seen it glimmer off of the silver of his greatsword as he slices down at the undead fiend in front of him. The undead in front of him. It's gonna be a hit. I don't know why I didn't get my dice in. For 16 points of damage. And he gets to do it again. For a hit. $13 points of damage. What's math?
29. Jesus. How bad? Fuck you.
And as he runs up, he says, Commander, how did he get through?
We deal with him first, then we deal with that later.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, you kind of. Okay, that makes sense. Seemingly as if from nowhere, you see suddenly the coyote-faced individual is suddenly beside you as he takes out a short sword from his belt, silver again, and brandishes it and slices through the right friend. That's gonna hit.
Noise.
Oh my god. It's your turn again.
And going off of where you said I have one level 1, one level 2, what would you say I would have for other resources such as...
Nothing, that's it. You only have one level 1, one level 2.
Okay.
Use everything else.
Then I will brace my hammer and then come across and just try to smack it.
Yeah, absolutely. Try to hit.
Yeah. That's a 19 plus 11.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
So that's going to be 4. I do get my, since it's not based on usage, my divine strike is another 2d8. Use a 3d8. 12 plus 5? 12 plus 5. 17.
How do you want to do this? Oh, I should say, this is the final blow.
Yeah.
As I come up and in like an uppercut with the hammer,
Cool.
I pull it over my head and slam it straight down, and then boot on the face.
We live. You see, the fox, Vopira, has a massive, like, 3-pronged, like, scar on her chest from the wraith in front, from the wraith that attacked her.
Gash or a scar?
Gash, thank you. Thank you. A gash, not a scar, but a gash across her chest.
Immediately
It immediately scars. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
As Vopira is like on the ground, like she kind of takes a moment. You kind of look around for a second. Coyote, Jackal, Fox.
Kyle, where's your sister?
I do not know. You suddenly see behind the rubble Yenna running around. Oh.
Where were you?
I only fell asleep for a moment. I swear, we've been out here so long, Commander. It was just a second.
Your second almost cost us everything.
I will take us back. I will take us back now.
I'm gonna use my only second level left and put a prayer of healing onto Vulperia.
Nice.
2d8 plus 5. That's gonna be for 9.
Yeah, you see the scars. Oh, Jesus. The gash, the wounds.
They're fucking
the
scars.
wounds. The wounds on her chest begin to kind of close up a tiny little bit, but there is something about them that stays with her. She's putting her hand to her belly and pulling away. There's blood on her hand. Oh, whew. Can we go home? Please. Please, Commander, can we go home?
Well, we're not going to stay out here for another 24.
I can't do it.
Yenna said us, get us out.
Yes, Commander.
We will talk about this later.
She has an amulet around her neck that she kind of holds as this white smoke kind of starts to come out of it as it envelops each one of you. All 5 of you. Suddenly you feel yourself get shunted, essentially, through time and space. And you find yourself suddenly in a very familiar room. One of the many hidden spaces that the Dark Watch Alliance operates out of. Hidden within the mountains of the Citadel, the stone walls around you are rough and jagged, but the space is well lit with multiple magical torches that emit a soft golden glow. There are comfortable, oh my god, can I talk? There are comfortable furnishings for resting, bookcases filled with
Tomes.
That word
Books.
every time. That word every time screws me up. And a large table with a roughly sketched map on it.
Any tapestries?
No
Big
tapestries.
tapestries.
No tapestries
There's gonna
here.
be so many
A bit. The furnishings are comfortable, not extravagant.
Okay.
I
Immediately,
I remove my helmet and place it down on an end table.
you see the 4 of them line up along one of the walls, kind of with their hands in front of them.
Long white beard, white hair, eye patch, leather over the missing eye, staring daggers at Yina.
I understand my mistake.
Do you?
How shall you make me repent?
It will be your job to make sure that Valkyria is taken care of.
Consider it done.
This is your one and only slip up.
Yes, sir. She takes off her mask as well. You see this drow that has short, kind of not scruffy, carrion feathers.
Carry feathers.
Thank
yeah.
you. Everyone understands I'm talking about carrion feathers. Styled hair. As she takes off her mask, you see her eyes are welled with tears as she walks over to Valkyria, who stands on the other side of this line, and she gets down on one knee in front of her. I will do my best to make do with what I have done. Everything you ask of, I will do. I am so sorry. Valkyria takes off her mask, the fox becoming the bunny. A heron gone, her ears kind of flop out as if they were kind of folded on top of one, and not on top of another, but on top of themselves as they fold out around her face. It's fine. Just didn't feel like dying today, that's all. Valkyria storms off. Not storms off, but she, with purpose, walks away from the conversation as Yenna, out of this cavern, out of this cave that you are all in, as she walks out. I will follow her.
Make sure she doesn't do anything stupid.
She already did. And he walks out after his sister. And you see Jack, hands on his weapon. My excuse, Commander.
I want you to make the report. Bring it to me.
It's done.
Excused.
You feel something in your chest at this moment. When you do not want to be feeling anything other than the anger that is surging through your body right now. But this is warm. As if there were a string attached to the core of your being, and you feel there is a tug on it.
I just wanted to go home.
Not again. No.
Okay, so we're gonna take a break.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, then why are you just sitting there? We gotta go. Yeah, we gotta go to see Soothea.
Alright, I'll see you there, I guess. Just head towards the direction I'm being pulled.
You feel a warmth touch your heart. You feel it spread across your chest. You feel it through your arms, your legs, right into the tips of your fingers and toes. If there were a string attached to the very center of your being, you feel a tug. You recognize the feeling. You know it. You are being summoned, called to have an audience with a higher power. You close your eyes. You feel your body begin to tingle. You're not exactly sure where it starts, but you feel it all over you. You feel the magic coursing through your veins. Not your own. No, this magic is strong, unlike any force you can produce on your own. You let it take you. You feel your body explode into thousands of tiny magical molecules, only to then feel yourself get put back together again. Not a magicule out of place. As if the entity that is putting the pieces of your puzzle back together knows exactly how to make you whole once more. You open your eyes. Eye. Fenris, you open your eye. And you find yourself in the great Sun Citadel. You've all been here before, but being here again in this very godly, holy space is as if it's for the first time. You are just as aware how sacred this space is as the first time you were when you were invited as a guest. You see that you are not the only ones that were called here. To your left and to your right, you may see familiar faces, even friends. But you also may see those that you have only heard stories about. Do you greet one another?
I kind of nod.
Mr. Bubbins. Cedar.
I'll be waiting on others.
Is that Fenris?
Hello, Mr. Oronto. Nice to see you again.
Milady.
Oh God, the milady starts again.
Yes.
There goes her.
Who
are all these people?
Precious princesses.
Princess.
No eyes. Rides on dragons' wings.
Did you have a beard last time we met?
I still have my beard. Isn't it position Drake?
Burn your damn peace!
I am not.
Pick it up off the floor.
More giant's blood on you last time, I think. It's a little.
I think that's a good point. Is like I would know about Fenris, but I don't believe him and I have met or not. Like, would we have met?
I don't. Maybe not.
Fenris
Oronto.
Oronto. I am Roku Bubbins, master of the open palm.
I've heard.
Well met.
You as well.
Hi, I'm Pebbles.
He's very mighty.
I know.
He's about a foot tall right now.
I was in the same battle as Atlas. On the ground.
Oh, you were there.
I was on the ground protecting.
Right. I thought those were a bunch of wolves.
How embarrassing. He is embarrassed.
I don't ever feel embarrassed.
What does he call it? We'll discuss this.
The space around you seems endless. But at the same time, you can see the crystal dome that clearly surrounds you all. Purple, pink, yellow, green, all these colors envelop you, sway in the chamber around you, as giant iridescent beams of light cut through all of these colors. Beyond them, hundreds of steps up, on a dais, there is a beaming throne made of pure sunlight. And on it, you see her, the sun goddess, Soothea.
On seeing her, I'll go down to a knee.
Soothea.
Grace.
My lady.
Ma'am.
You feel pure, radiant, sacred warmth through your body. Something tingles across your skin. Your body feels like it's on fire, and this feeling fills your core. It takes you a moment to recognize really what this feeling is. Power. Being in this holy space, to be blessed enough to share the same space as a god, a being with ultimate power, an entity of limitless capabilities. It's only natural that you feel this sense of accomplishment. You let that feeling of strength, that weight of that, sit with you, and you feel it burn. This feeling, as you take your hat off, as you get on one knee, as you regard the ethereal goddess that sits on the throne in front of you, her lips curl into a small smile. She sits with her legs crossed, the white and gold wrapped silk gown slipping off of her thigh just a little bit. Her fingers are wrapped around the edge of the throne's armrests on either side of her, and her hair falls around her in golden wavy curls, while on the top of her head, a crown of golden rays encrusted with thousands of yellow tiny diamonds. She regards you all, holds your stare.
You notice Astoria's eyes just kind of go off to the corner and back again, off to, like just
waiting.
Just like keeps checking, like to be like.
It's just like the dream.
Because this is deja vu.
My stats are great.
You see why my stats are great? I was giving Roku space for a second, but I was like, he was just checking his stats out.
I'm going to say with a perception of 20 and a passive insight of 20, do I take notice of Aestoria?
I don't think that you're necessarily hiding it, are you?
No.
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 Okay.
With a swipe of her hand, the environment around you begins to change. You feel magic pulse in the chamber. A soft golden glow flickers on the edges. Wisps of light twist and spiral, and the space around you begins to flicker, dissolving as the walls ripple away to reveal a large chamber with high vaulted ceilings. A wall of windows behind a large a wall of windows behind a large raised semicircle platform. You see 8 individual staircases that extend upwards towards this platform. At the top of each of these steps,
8 gilded thrones, each with their own arcane glyph engraved in the back. These glyphs can be seen above the heads of the 8 elven individuals who sit in these thrones. They are dressed in robes of white and gold. You watch on as these 8 elven individuals have an audience with a rather eclectic crew. A tiefling, a purple scarf across his chest. A bright moon elf. A red dress clings to her every curve. An older elf. His shaggy hair cannot hide the scars on his face. An entity of gnomish proportions, made purely of crystal. And a dark moon elf who glows with a godly aura. You know these people. You have heard of their recent legendary act. Those responsible for the mending of the weave, responsible for the age of resurgence. These are just a few of the members of the Heartborn. You listen in as the bright moon elf confronts those who sit in their thrones above, asks them to clear the name of the older elf who holds her hand. They seem unapologetic of their actions, but then they inquire to something else. The Ascension. Tim and Lucian, only 2 of the 4 that rose to godhood, tell the story of how they came to be, revealing the truth of what happened at the top of Mount Cadal. As this is revealed, you see a bright, white light begin to shine through the windows behind the Golden Council. You know this light to be nothing but Soothea herself. Once again, the space around you begins to ripple away, light twisting and swirling as the environment changes around you once more. You now see a land transforming under the golden gaze of Soothea's burning sun. The sky around you is a vivid, deep blue with wispy white clouds that float across the sky. The sun is this massive golden globe that hangs between these clouds. You see forests expanding. The trees begin to tower impossibly high. The colors of the leaves becoming vibrant, reds and greens and yellows, as they begin to sparkle under this burning sun. The sound of birds begin to echo in your ears as you see a family fly out of the forest. You see blades of grass, once short and dry, become vivid and healthy. You see a ripple of wind across the meadow as the blades bend and sway. Wildflowers bloom in abundance. Plants emerge from the ground as if they had existed forever and were just waiting for the sun to come out. Rivers and lakes take on a glow, their surfaces reflecting the light of Soothea. The once murky green water appears clearer, shimmering with a new blue hue. You see a fish jump out of the water, the droplets flying off of them, catching the sun's light. This is the Feywild. But then you are shown a small village, one you do not recognize. A human man emerges from one of the homes within it. And as he looks up, you see him looking towards that burning sun in the sky. You can almost see his heart begin to beat just a little bit faster. As a smile spreads across his face, you see him rush back into the home, and in moments, you see the rest of his family rush out with him. They look up to the sun, and they begin to dance. No, this is not the Feywild. This is the material plane. You go to seek the sun in the sky once more, but instead you see Soothea, a gigantic goddess, looking over the entire realm, her body lit up like a flame. She spreads her hand across the material plane and then holds it in her hand. The world begins to glow and turn into a burning sun in her palm. She then looks to you, staring down at you as she is hundreds of feet above you all. That feeling of power, that fire in your core, it's still there, and you suddenly feel it burn anew. There is a fire within you that has been ignited. A shiver crosses your body once more, and you look down to see that you now have your weapons and vestments adorned. So what were you not wearing before that you are now currently holding in your grasp?
Cloudburst.
Which is?
My legendary sword. It is this great weapon entrusted to me by Aljudar.
Aljudar.
Aljudar. Yeah, crushed it.
Fucking hate that name.
I know. Entrusted by him to be wielded by myself. I have my shield as well, which is right here.
Atlas, you have this mass, and he's like, well, this shield, I guess.
Shield.
Aestoria, what are you now imbued with? Adorned.
I'm now adorned with this very exquisite cape. Mm-hmm. Or I guess it's like a robe.
Whatever you want to do.
White as
Now,
well.
Gold?
With gold. It does have some like gems along the shoulders and the collar. And it's kind of like imbuing this like slight light.
You seem to glow.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
This iridescent etherealness seems to just kind of radiate off of you.
And in her hand, you see holding a wooden staff, like mahogany. And at the very tip is a glowing blue crystal, the same color as her eyes.
Cool.
Obviously outlined with gold.
Naturally.
Is there white anywhere
like
on it?
No.
I'm joking.
Just
No.
Cedar?
Has his dragon mail duster on, his wooden staff, and now a ring that has like this very large gemstone in it that appears to be like just swirling with living fire on the inside
Oh,
of it.
so cool.
Rusty.
Fairy.
Yeah, give me that ring.
Fire ring.
It returned.
Oh, sorry. Am I not allowed to give him the ring?
No, is it the same ring?
It's the same ring. I remember this ring.
Oh, it is the same ring.
Eyes.
Oh, this is I. Yeah.
The ring of
Oh.
It's only natural.
It has returned.
Whence it came.
Fenris.
Just coming from the field, the helmet that I left on the table materializes back onto the wolf's snout, fully out.
You have a weapon?
Oh, simple warhammer, massively used. Not actually that I'm trying to think of the word. Simply mundane, actually. His armor, on the other hand, bright sun gold with silver along it, and in the center a swirling, almost like sun, that seems to feed fire to and around the armor, and a shield similar to Atlas.
Similar? Roku?
He is as he was. However, I think his wraps would not have been on him at the temple. And they are like slowly still binding themselves around his arms, and he's just holding them up like he's done this before. It's like someone else, like an invisible hand almost, is wrapping him around. His just eyes are closed.
Do you always wear the big scroll on your back?
More, it follows me than I wear.
Oh, okay.
It hovers behind me. It is intangible in every way.
Pebble?
Cool. We're getting full battle ready, yeah?
You are essentially being you are being built up to be as powerful as you possibly can be.
Alright, so as I feel this fire of power building in my stomach, I allow it to fill myself until it fills my little frame, until it starts to push outwards even further.
I fucking love
And I
it.
grow to my full potential, to my huge potential. It's more like my butt cheek. As I do, like I probably had like a simple shirt on, it just like tears away.
It's his god.
Just a well-oiled chest with like glitter oil. And then my great Warhammer Thunder Crusher appears, crackling with blue electricity. And although all of this happens, I look and I go, "Hey, my left bracer's back!"
Somewhere a fairy cries.
And I'm ready to go.
As you look down at yourselves, you feel this tingling, and your weapons and your vestments begin to materialize on your body as if they had never left. You begin to rise higher and higher and higher and higher as the land beneath you ripples and changes into the realm you know, the Feywild. You stand over the entire realm. You see every corner. The Winter Court with its icy waters. The Spring Court and its misty meadows. The Summer Court and its vibrant jungles. The Autumn Court and its fiery forests. And at the center, the kingdom of Soothea and its golden grasslands. You hear in your heads, Atlas, Aestoria, Cedar, Fenris, Roku, Pebble. You know what you must do. Protect the realm. Every rock, every tree, every creature.
Every pebble?
There's only one pebble.
Rock, every tree, every creature.
Protect it until I come back.
Don't leave, Soothea.
Where are you going?
You see her as she stands over you, still holding this flaming sphere in her hand. Hundreds of feet. As far as you are above the realm, she is even higher. She just looks at you all, at the myriad of questions you throw her way. Softly smiles. And a swipe of her hand, you feel your body once more begin to fragment into thousands of pieces. And then
you are made whole once more. The 6 of you stand outside the gates of the Sun Palace.
I'm going to look up at the general direction of the sun in the sky and be like, that will be done, Soothea.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
We are to protect the world.
From what? Nothing more it says here except for Goleth.
Exactly. Quest.
Might be worth
A quest?
this goal. What troubles should we be aware of? Aestoria.
The darkness.
Is Aestoria our new Soothea?
Fenris.
The darkness is
Like Bobby?
Flattering as that is, no.
Are you still very large?
Yep.
I kind of relay my dream to them
Oh, yeah.
about the darkness that I saw and how my dreams are not always just dreams. They usually have greater meaning to them, and
This is not something we should ignore. There is much truth in your dreams. I have felt at unease for some time now.
I almost expected it to happen while we were there.
And you cannot put a face to the being that you see.
Did I have a face?
Okay, make a check. I just don't know what kind of check. What kind of check would you like to make? Don't tell me what you're good at. How are you trying to...
Quit looking.
Are you trying
No, I'm
to...
just trying to figure out what. I'm not looking at my the.
Are you trying to literally just recall? Or are you trying to...
If I could make out a face.
Yeah, so I would just say that's a history check, basically.
Yeah.
Trying a recall of information.
Not good.
You trying to perceive the face?
I would like to be. Okay, give me a second. I lost my page. I would like to perceive. So 10.
What you saw was almost like an amorphous blob of shadow. Blob is too much of a blobby word, but you know what I'm trying
A mist of shadow.
A mist of shadow, a massive mist of shadow that happened to materialize into a humanoid shape. But that's all you saw. You could not make out a face.
I didn't see a face. It was just darkness. Just so much darkness.
This I have heard of before. This long day, as it is called. How long has this lasted in the past?
Would we know?
I remember.
Everyone can make me a history check.
Okay.
I don't want to see it.
-1.
19.
13.
25.
Oh, bitch, yeah.
That's a 3.
I got
I'm still young. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
So what was it?
13.
19, 25, Roku?
8.
Yeah, okay, so Cedar and, I almost called you Pebble, Fenris. You would know that the long day exists in complement to the long night as well. So the long day and the long night are these periods of time where Nita or Soothea are able to essentially shunt out the other for an extended period of time. This extended period of time can last years. You're not exactly sure how long it's going to last, as there's no predetermined amount of time.
It varies each time.
It varies exactly each time. But the last day that there would have been a long day
I mean, it would have been during the Age of Worship.
A long time ago.
It would have been definitely before the Broken Age, and the Age of Worship was the only thing before then. So the Age of Worship was a very long time itself,
Yeah.
but the Broken Age began with a long night, and it ended after a few years, but there's been no long day since before then. So this is monumentous.
What did she mean by until she gets back?
Well, eventually she's gotta come back.
But where's she going?
Probably something to do with the long day.
Going to that there material realm.
She's gonna go play with the humans and not us.
What happens?
Those chuckle fucks that they seen in Alira.
The Heartborns. What have they done to make this happen?
They did help their realm.
This is good
For them,
for Faye.
it's a time to test our metal.
What can we expect? Darkness.
Darkness will be trying to overthrow the light.
They become more bold.
Basically in a tug of war.
We will be vulnerable during this time.
I'm not vulnerable. I can smash anything.
I know.
Yeah,
Feywild was hope.
the six of you are standing out in the courtyard, essentially outside of the Sun Palace. There would be people around, kind of milling about their day, adventurers, perhaps. I almost said taking pictures, but perhaps even making drawings on parchment of what they've seen in the Fey realm. This is it's amazing for them, right? So to see a massive fairy is you would definitely have people coming up to you. You would have people coming up to every single one of you at this point, if you're just going to be standing around in the courtyard of the Sun Palace.
I suppose after a few moments of us collecting our thoughts.
Yeah, you have,
Realizing the situation.
This is like
Very
common
nice.
people.
It's very nice of
you
you.
have hordes of
This is like hands
High Priestess, and a gaggle of Order of the Eternal Sun come up to you.
High five.
You might even have some Autumn Eladrin that kind of come up, and
Not these losers again.
there's Sunstriders that kind of like Cedar, Elder Wayfinder.
Yep. That's me.
Good to see you, sir.
I see you too.
So you're the head of the Boy Scouts, is what I'm understanding.
No.
I promise to do my best to be true to myself, my Soothea, and
I got my 17th badge. I'm an independent. Those losers.
oh my god, I'm making a Cedar fan club. That is just the Boy Scouts. It's happening.
Just
It's
chase me
canon.
through the woods all day.
Boy
Boy
Scouts.
Scouts club.
What's the kid's name from Up?
Oh, fuck yeah. It's literally him, though.
Or like Finn or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's. One second, I'm gonna look it up.
Anyway, that's
Boy from.
I suggest we find
Russell.
Russell.
It would be a Russell.
Hi, my name is Russell. Alright, should we get moseying?
Yes.
Somewhere quiet, maybe.
We're outside of.
The Sun Palace.
Yeah.
Basically, just kind of dropped on the stoop.
Yeah.
Like, blip.
Elder Wayfinder.
If you follow me, we have plenty of meeting rooms inside the palace. Give us more privacy.
I must check in at home first.
Where is home, Fenris?
Not far. Me and my wife live in a very small place.
You have a wife?
I do, and a son.
Do you have 20-foot high ceilings?
No.
I know her.
Okay, I'll hang out in the palace then.
Definitely.
I'll come over next time, Fenris.
It's like you weren't invited.
It's okay.
We're home now.
Yes.
Does she not visit my temple?
Possibly. She has a lot of time on her hands once our son moved out.
Yes. Sorry. But you
I will.
go to Fenris's house and wait for Fenris to deal with his familial. Are we welcome?
Tidings?
I can't see why not.
Lead on.
Alright.
Not what I was expecting, but
Hey, so
Dinner party.
Fenris is leading this little group. I imagine you being in front of them, and the five of them wondering where they're going.
All in our Sunday best armor. Like,
I think I would be there before.
I believe both of you probably would have been
Yeah.
there at one point.
yeah. Most likely.
Are you guys homies?
Well, I was friends with his father, so I.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we fought together.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And Mac is my childhood friend, so I would have been there all the time.
Yes.
So, Fenris, where do you live? In the Citadel?
We're renting a bus?
It's fairly close by from where we
Yep.
dropped off.
So you kind of
Take the ferry.
take the ferry.
Take the ferry.
You have a cat?
Everybody just climb on.
Fly aboard. Beep beep.
The sound of a helicopter.
As you float across the sky, you have people.
It's hanging on like
Is that Roku Bubbins on Pebble Skytitan?
I see the lips. That's right.
I'm just like grabbing onto my hair. Just like riding.
I'm like swinging from a toe.
From a toe. Is anyone else riding Pebble on the way?
Jump on.
No, I can fly.
So that's a room.
I'd be
Just don't
walking.
slip on the oil.
Baby oil everywhere. All right, Diddy.
Yeah, baby oil that he puts sparkles into, and I was like,
I want to buy it in bulk.
Come on.
I need 1,000 bottles.
It's a long process.
I'm enormous. Have you seen me?
The children love it at the orphanage. Like, it's oil day!
Not the kids. Kids are nowhere near the oil. I'll call on Arcadian.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It's not that far.
Everyone is like gearing up to make
For a
this
great
massive
adventure.
journey. Fenris just kind of goes over a little bit of a bridge, goes down a few steps, and you are at
I'll like
humble abode, the humble Oronto home.
A small, unassuming home, you would think would be would be kind of out of place for somebody who of his stature, but he kind of likes keeping it low profile.
Would your family banner be hanging outside of the home?
Yes. So a banner that comes down to a point, white, with a wolf's head with a claw mark behind it.
Very cool. So you're entering your home solo. Is everyone waiting outside?
Is there a second story to this house?
No.
would I be?
it was
I'd be
single
welcome
stories.
in. Would I? Or
You could come in for tea, I guess, if you would like.
No, don't mind if I do. We shall meet inside. Just walk in.
well, isn't the purpose?
Shall I bring out some tea for
Speak
Pebble?
in private.
Sit on the roof.
Caves in the house.
Okay, so the five of you, Fenris, you open the door to your small but comfortable home into a small entryway, and you can hear two voices beyond. Is he home yet? No, not yet, but he will be soon. Do you know when he's gonna be home? Oh, darling, you know that I don't know these things, of course. Your father goes and he leaves, and he cannot tell me where he goes and he leaves too, but we just have to be here, waiting for him at home when he comes back with open arms.
I'm kind of just like I was pushing the door open, kind of listening to it before pushing it forward.
You hear the door, and you see Mac come out of your son. Cedar Oronto come out of a
The other
Archway?
room.
What are they called? Yeah.
Doorway? Portal?
No. But
Not wrong.
Technically, yeah.
I guess, yeah. But you see him, a portal come out. Father,
Son.
you're home.
Yes.
It's been weeks.
Mm-hmm. And?
Nothing.
Atlas is like this.
I'm so bad at not keeping a straight face. Nothing.
Where's your mother?
In the kitchen. Who are... Oh. Princess?
Mac, you know you can call me Aestoria. Stop with the princess nonsense.
You will address her as Her Grace or Princess. That is her status. You were raised better.
We're both just like smirking. Mhm.
I must see to your mother.
Princess.
I told you to stop calling me that.
Hi.
Hello. I am Bubbins.
I know who you are. It's good to meet you, Roku Bubbins.
Are we welcome to sit?
You're coming in.
Yes. We have much
Cedar
to
Everwarm.
discuss.
That's right.
General.
How do
I don't know if they do this, but
Do you have...
yeah, they probably just do. General.
It's actually
Yes. Yes, we have a sitting room.
Do you have a sun hole so that Soothea may bless this place and our friend may join our meeting?
There's a window.
Sun work. So much more airy now.
There's a window.
Mac turns to see a giant face in the window.
Oh my god!
I'd like some tea too, please.
You're...
Pebble. Yeah. Hi, nice to meet you. Just stick a finger in the
This is so weird.
I walk over to him. I'm like, stop looking so starstruck.
What's going
We've been chosen by Soothea.
Weren't you already?
But I like more chosen. Chosener.
I believe there's a mission.
Is that the group name?
We,
the Chosener?
Chosen ones.
I suggested the palace, but of course your father,
Chosen their ones.
being as stubborn as he is, needs to come here.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're welcome to come sit. I'll get tea, I guess.
Let me help you.
Alright, so the two of you, Fenris, you enter the kitchen to see a beautiful elven woman who, long, auburn, almost like a deep red colored. She's wearing a simple gown as she stands over a wood stove as she begins to brew tea.
I kind of just as quietly as I can, being as big as I am, kind of envelop her.
Oh, Fenris, you're back.
I accidentally brought some strays home.
More?
Unfortunately.
Well, we have a fox and a jackal, and who are these ones now?
Well, you know two of them.
Hi, Mrs. Oronto.
Oh, she kind of like pushes your arms away from her. Oh, hello. Hi, priestess. Yes, hi, hello.
You know you can call me Aestoria.
I do know that, but I call you that anyway.
I know. She wouldn't, but yeah, she's like, nah.
I've lost my accent, but I'll put the kettle on.
Of course, yeah.
It
Mac
is
and I are
on.
here to help you.
Oh, perfect. How many strays? How many people?
5, including Her Grace. 5.
In a small room.
I just wanted to come home and I'm socially awkward, you know that.
What's happening?
I offered up the palace, but you know.
Well, it's comfortable here. That's fine. Should I put on more tea? She grabs a second kettle from above on a cupboard and grabs some tea leaves and fey fluff, a natural sweetener that grows throughout the Feywild. Kind of looks like cotton candy, basically. And she pulls it out in tufts and puts it into each one of the cups. Actually, can you go ask if everyone takes fey fluff with their coffee, with their tea?
Of course, of course.
I love fey fluff in my tea.
Oh, perfect. More then for whoever that was?
Double dose, please.
Atlas.
General.
Yeah.
Something big, something.
The general is in our home. Oh my god, I didn't clean. She snaps at a broom that instantly comes to life and begins to sweep throughout the home.
Why wasn't it doing it that before? You just have to snap.
I didn't want to waste a snap.
Didn't want to waste a snap.
Tired.
You see the broom. The three of you really. You would see it, I guess, too. It's out of the window. But you see this broom just start sweeping throughout the entire room, kind of kicking up dust a little bit.
I'm just sitting in the middle of the room on the floor.
You see the broom, like a Roomba, kind of bump into you, back up, go back into you, back up,
And I lift
back
my limbs,
into you,
as it comes
back up.
Starts just going over.
Yeah, exactly. And comes around.
I'm quite sorry to spring this on you.
That's fine. Who else is here?
Pebble Skytitan, Roku Bubbins, Cedar Everwarm.
Does Pebble need 3 cups of tea? So I said.
Maybe a barrel.
I don't know how many a barrel. This is like a tiny little kitchen, just a little wood stove and some cupboard, a little breakfast table with only 2 chairs because it's just the 2 of you now, right? Tiny little space.
Calm down, it will be fine. I missed you.
What? We're talking about that right now. What is happening, Fenris? Why are all of these people in our home? Matt's just standing there the whole time watching this interaction, very what do I do with my hands kind of jam. He's very uncomfortable right now. I'm not going in there. No, I'm not going in there. He's definitely pulling, you're definitely pulling him along rather. He does not want to go in that room at all.
With his parents?
No.
Oh,
He doesn't want to be in the house at all.
Oh, okay.
Right now.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to be in that room, doesn't want to be in that room.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Totally stuck between a pebble and a hard place.
Yeah, I'm dragging him.
Down, tea take forever.
That's very fun.
I guess I'll be like,
Mac, come sit. Calm yourself.
He's trying. He doesn't really know how to cross his legs almost.
That is perfect.
I'm very comfortable right now.
Yes. But, sit.
Do you hang out with these people?
Not usually, no. This is the first.
Wow, we whispering. Very charming to
Yeah, you're just whispering. Everyone can hear right now.
What food do you want?
Ravona.
Rabona.
I'm going to do it a lot. I apologize. I will try not to.
Ramona.
Ona.
Ramona.
Oh.
Like Ramona.
Ramona flowers.
I've tried that. It doesn't work on me.
Sometimes, me.
Ravona, she begins to come through with teacups and fey fluff in each of them. Yours is actually coming out of the cup at this point. It's actually sticking out a little bit. You see little spindlies. She carries a kettle in her hand. Tea?
Please.
Yes, please.
There's a giant in the window.
Yes, please.
Just
You can kiss that cup goodbye.
Thank you.
The whole puts down the tray, begins to pour out the hot tea for everybody, hands it to you one by one.
Thank you.
Yes. Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ooh.
Thank you, Mrs. Oronto.
Very gracious host.
a lovely home.
Sorry to spring this on you.
I'm done with mine. Thank you.
Thank you again.
Like Homer in the hedges, she just begins to slowly back out of the room.
Into a closet.
Mac does a roll where he goes onto his side and over and up, and he's standing. And he also begins to move back out of the room. Something is happening here, and Dad, I think you can fill us in later.
Possibly.
I look at him like I mouth to him.
This is why I like her. She is lovely.
I'm so glad we got to do this. This is really nice.
So,
It's crowded. With the five of you in this room, maybe even more so. Even Pebble with his 1 foot
The
tall.
only respite of like an exterior to this room is just taken up by my face.
Yes.
No
Feeling
sunlight.
Very crowded.
Cedar's like on like an end table. Ain't very comfortable. It'll do.
I'll just pass you my tea. So
Roku by far has the most room sitting on the floor.
yeah, I have a lot of space.
I'm just like squished in. Like,
Yeah, exactly. The two-seater is really not a two-seater because you have a full decked out armored general sitting next to you. But Fenris, your seat, the dad recliner, is very much empty and waiting for you to sit in it.
Oh, fine and printed.
Wolf.
Yes, exactly.
On the
A wolf
arms.
imprint.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So, what are we gonna call ourselves? Let's get down to business.
Is that the first?
First order, yeah, what's the band name?
We're not bards.
Oh, it could be.
I don't think that's
I play
what
drums.
Soothea hadn't mentioned. In turn.
Yeah, she did say we have to protect the Feywild.
Yes.
She didn't say how.
Not
Or from what?
produce a mama jam
Or in what amount of time.
to rock.
So in the
Feywild.
meantime,
We must stay vigilant.
and practice our instruments.
we
Oh.
will meditate for hours on end
No.
until
Cedar, have you seen anything strange in the Feywilds? The forests?
Something's been brewing. Odd prints. Large prints. Something like that don't just happen to appear without me noticing. Three-pronged. I could stand in the middle of it and hell, 30 of me could stand in the middle of it.
Monstrous.
Not monstrous. We're talking
Right.
huge. Make you look small.
That sounds like a fight.
There you go.
this is in a forest of forget.
Bingo.
Huh.
Supreme Court.
That will be hard to track.
Court. But
My geography's not.
that is only what I've seen. There could be many other things happening all throughout our dear realm.
Cedar, you have friends in this forest.
Sorry.
Sly.
Fenris, I know you do not talk too much about your regiment,
Close.
but have you noticed anything?
That's sheer memory.
Well, you're scouting.
If we're able, if me and my group are able to slip in, the reverse probably is just as likely.
Your group could also slip out.
Things come through always.
Does everyone know that Fenris?
I don't know what he's talking
I
about.
feel like Mac would have told me as a child.
Mac does not
No.
know.
Mac doesn't.
Never mind then. No, I don't know then.
I just know he's a terrible insect.
I've heard of whispers of the mad dog of Soothea. And his pack.
I live for that title personally.
Would I?
Here's the weird thing about the Dark Watch Alliance. You may know of its existence,
But who's in it?
Never
but
know
who's
who's
in it
Yeah.
is the question.
Where you been, buddy?
No, Sorry, yeah, not to. Anyway.
Smell.
I have heard nothing from the city itself. It is quiet, but I have not been to the summer court in some time.
Seems we must.
Atlas, have you seen trouble brewing yet?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Small brigands here and there, but nothing.
The usual.
Usual ruffians. Not the beginning of an all-out war.
Well, you send the scouts first, not the militia.
Correct.
Should we send some more scouts out?
Well, that's what we'll be looking for. Is if Soothea is expecting Nita to make a move, it would be during the time where she's not here. They could already be here, according to your vision.
Perhaps.
For now, we will keep our eyes open.
Perhaps we can ask the scouts, see if they've seen or heard of anything.
I can ask Mac if he's seen anything.
And of
Heard
the
anything.
others, these footprints maybe.
If you'd like, you can all roll me a check of some kind, depending on how you'd like to go about your roll. The footprints were in the Forest of Forget, 3 prongs on them. Would you do, and I'm okay with you choosing, but your best at, would you try
Survival kind of thing?
survival, nature, history,
So each of us roll?
something in that
I
roll?
might do a survival check.
Alright, yeah. I'll do survival as well.
Let's see. I'll probably do a. You said I could do a history?
Yep, Pebble, you can have advantage.
Oh.
Oh
Did you
man, this dice. 9.
Nice.
I don't think Roku's trying to remember anything. I think he's thinking of something very different right now.
29.
33.
Oh my god. 14 for my survival.
15.
It's not the first time you've seen these footprints before. And it's not just in the Forest of Forget that you've seen them. You've seen them all over the realm. But never really questioned them because there's something about them that didn't seem like a creature. It does look like something is stepping throughout, but then the footsteps will suddenly stop, and that's it.
They're gone.
And then they're gone. A creature would go somewhere.
Yeah.
A creature would hide somewhere.
Is that a flying creature? Can't say.
I feel like someone would report seeing a creature that big.
Unless you can't see it.
These lands here we all know are full of tricks. Perhaps it is merely a trick.
I think we go and find out.
That sounds like a good start.
On the Autumn Court?
Yeah. Start our adventure there. We'll get those stones that we can pop back in case anything bad happens over here.
Oh. A sack of them.
Great!
Oh, are you collecting them?
I have many uses for them, yes.
Okay.
The children sometimes we will go on field trips.
No.
Everybody take a stone.
Except for Oscar.
No.
Oscar never got his parents to
You
sign the
stay
waiver.
back and practice.
Parents are dead. It's orphanage.
No, Oscar's parents are alive. They just dropped him off.
Like, fuck it.
Infinite day camp. Here you go.
No waiver, no travel.
You're going the long day, kid.
Long day.
It's over when the long day. Oh,
Do those ones recharge as well?
They all do.
Hell yeah.
See it, the end of the long day.
I have lots. Like 30 or something.
So before you traverse off to the Autumn Court, I will ask, are you telling anyone?
Oh.
I feel like
I would tell Kieran Better not be Squire.
I would tell my best friend Flora and Sunset.
Sorry, let me rephrase. Are you telling anyone about the long day?
Well, I already told Sunseer potentially. Or did it happen?
Would people feel it?
Would people feel it?
I think, if I can meta for a minute, that the people would panic, basically, with the knowledge that Soothea left. Because she's in the material plane now. I know I'm panicking.
What say you, General?
Look all cool on the outside.
I feel like people are going to figure out soon enough that the long day has started.
But Soothea is mysterious and doesn't really like come out often, right? So it could be pretty easy to just pretend that everything's cool. And then we just put out the fires. And they arise.
Honesty is always the best policy.
Yeah, but nobody's asked the question yet.
If
You only
people
have
ask,
to tell the truth if somebody asks the question.
Everyone is a
we
master
must say
of Zen
that this has happened.
and their emotions.
It would be worse, I think, to keep it a secret.
Okay. Roku's right. We should hold a parade,
I will tell the children.
stand on the pedestal, and tell everyone that Soothea has abandoned you! We're all that's left!
Please, please do not shout that in the streets.
Please, for your lives!
That sounds about right.
You at the shouting through the window. Ravona
Yeah.
Nice.
Almost.
comes through the door, the archway again once more. More tea.
Yes, please.
Pebble will have much, yes.
I'm okay, actually.
I just heard. What?
Nothing.
Can I get you new pants?
No, I'm okay.
You will
Just
use
heard
this trick.
commotion and I wondered. No?
No, I would love some. Actually.
I would as well, thank you.
We're just deciding whether or not to tell everybody our secret.
Oh, Pebble.
You can tell me.
I can't. I'm not in charge. Roku's in charge.
Yes.
Wait,
Broke the monkey man on the floor.
Can't say that.
He's going.
You're right, I actually can't say that.
We are all in charge of our own fate and destiny.
My friend
Well,
was trying to say.
On that note, husband, I'll see you later.
Yes.
She goes out to the door.
It is not my place to say, but
We should not tell them.
I don't think we should tell them that Soothea is gone, but I mean,
this is a gift of our time. To keep it secret could be a burden.
Well, surely we should mention it to some of the higher ups, and they can deal with that information what they will.
That may be a good start.
I like it.
That's a brilliant idea, Cedar.
Thank you.
Shall we talk to
The princess. We can tell her. Oh, she already knows.
hi.
Who should we tell?
perhaps the king and queen? Would they already be aware of this?
Let's go find out.
I'm not sure. I mean,
Let's go have tea with the king and queen next.
Lovely.
Mother and I are close, but
How many times can we have tea?
Let's
find out in this week's episode of The Chosen Wins.
the chosen are ones.
It's just us having tea in like awkward situations in a bunch of different places around.
We are protecting the round.
Nah, it's not done.
Take one.
Do you know? Will we or won't we? Do you know what I know? That I know?
You know who would probably know? The king and queen of the spring court.
Good potential.
Okay, let's go back to the
Jesus.
sunset.
Murphy's.
The Sun Palace,
That's the one.
correct?
That's the one.
Okay.
Go,
So,
Fenris.
Susie.
It was a long 3 days yesterday.
He is tired.
Yeah, it's not like telling them about Soothea leaving is important or anything. It's fine. That can wait for a little nappy nap.
Just the old man noises coming out of it.
I'm so excited for this.
You may join us when you are well rested.
We can come now.
Don't.
I'm just gonna stand up and start walking out.
Just a side note. You could have already told me this, and it just went.
It's okay.
So the start of the long day. Is that accompanied by Soothea leaving?
Leaving the Fey realm, yes.
Okay. Cool.
She leaves the Fey realm and presides over the material plane.
Cool.
And because, so the day-night cycle on the material plane is literally Soothea doesn't also stay in the Feywild 24/7, right?
Which
Literally, she goes to the material plane every day. Daytime, Soothea. Nighttime, Nita. And every day, it's them basically shunting out the other one, pushing the other out, so that the other one can take control over the material plane. It's just that Soothea now has this power. She has this power. And Nita can't get through that barrier.
Okay.
And can I make the assumption that the other way is the exact same?
During the long night, absolutely.
So Nita would know that Soothea is not in the Feywild.
Yeah, but the Feywild is also Soothea's realm, so it's not really the same, right?
Yeah.
It would be still.
You can't just pop over and take over the.
No, but she would know that Soothea would be on the material plane because Nita is on the material plane when it was the long night.
She might try to fuck shit up and be like.
It's like it just becomes their realm. And again, it's not the same. It's like not. Yeah, it just becomes their realm, basically. A second domain for them to gain control over. And yes, she would know.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're headed to the Sun Palace?
Yeah.
Alright.
Meet the queen and king.
So you see the pathway leading you up a grand staircase carved directly into the mountainside. I actually have a little picture. Oh! Well, it's kind of, but you can see. So,
wow, pretty.
Kind of like that.
And I assume I'm still very hurt and spent.
Toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tie.
You do have potions.
This is bleeding.
No, I'm not hurt. I'm tapped.
I got you.
The steps are broad, wide enough for a procession of nobles, guards, and visitors alike. The railing is etched with delicate vines, and real ivy weaves its way through the pillar railings. You make your way up past the people on the stairs coming up on the courtyard. At the summit, the stairs give way to an open, wide courtyard. In the center, there is a large white and gold marbled fountain. On either side of the fountain, there are stone statues of Queen Keithanesti and King Baron. At the end of the courtyard, there is a massive set of golden double doors with intricate designs and depictions of the sun. Flanking the entrance, there are two Dawn Guard peacekeepers stationed on either side of the double doors, dressed in mithril armor. They both wear the Solteran emblem on their rich blue cloaks, a sun with 4 rays.
Ladies and gentlemen.
As you approach the doors, the peacekeepers nod as you walk up. They exchange a glance between them, and they each grab a handle to one of the doors. As they swing open, you immediately feel warm air against your face with a floral scent. There is an atrium that stretches out before you, bathed in the soft glow of sunlight. So beyond the atrium, I won't necessarily go into a description of that, but there are a few different places that you may find your mother and father, the private chambers being one of them, the throne room being another. You may also just find them
The freaky room.
milling about the castle.
The throne room.
Yes, it's probably the best bet.
This is a movie. That's where we find them.
Yeah. Just following his
Good thing it's a movie. Good thing I can make them where you want them to be. So as you make your way through the castle itself, the castle is marble, white and gold, with rich blue carpets lining each one of the hallways that you walk across.
Beautiful.
Big floor-to-ceiling windows with big blue curtains that kind of are hooked on either side of every single one of these, and in between you see a sconce of flowers outside of out of a vase. You enter the throne room and you see that it reflects the same elven architecture as the rest of the palace. You see marble floors and again a long blue carpet that rolls down the center of the room to a dais where there are 2 thrones. One is large with a green velvet cushion and gold filigree etched into the deep red wood. The other is much smaller, and it has a lush white velvet cushion with silver designs and glyphs etched into the elven birch that the throne is made out of. The vaulted high ceiling has a large skylight in the center, giving way from the light that is directly above them from the great sun citadel to shine through. This room, is the closest one can be to the great sun citadel without being directly in it. The light that pours through creates almost a halo that surrounds the whole room. You see that columns line the walls, and between each column, the banner of Soltera hangs between each on the wall. On the thrones themselves, you see King Varen and Queen Keithasti. King Varen is a massive 7-foot-tall beast of a man. He stands on he sits actually now, on 2 powerful muscular legs, but the body is a lion. His torso is broad and chiseled, covered in a thick golden brown fur. His face is a blend of Leonin and Elvish, with a strong jawline and high cheekbones. His eyes are a piercing, deep amber that seem to stare right through you. Atop his head, adding to his height, are 2 massive antlers that reach upwards with arcane runes etched into them. He wears nothing that covers his broad torso, just pants of a deep emerald color.
Nod knowingly, do a little chest pop.
Yeah, he doesn't have any baby oil because it would get in the fur and it would get matted. So
He'd get oily.
yeah.
Your Highnesses.
Next to him,
Okay, there we go.
the queen. She is about maybe 4 feet tall, very small. It is clear that she was once a beautiful elven woman, since her face still bears the resemblance. She has high cheekbones and her eyes swirl with a liquid silver, and her ears still have that pointed tip, but they peek out from her deep pink-colored hair. The rest of her bears that of the Feywild influence. She has blush pink skin with big iridescent butterfly wings that spread out behind her. She has the silky pink hair falls around her, and she has a pink diamond tiara that crowns the top of her head. She wears a lilac Grecian style dress, and the fabric falls gently around her pregnant belly.
I walk up and bow my head. I'm like, Mother, Father. I go and
Come to mommy! Come to mommy!
and I go,
I'm so big, I can barely get around you.
oh, you're just glowing now.
She's got a minotaur in there.
I glow all the time.
Oh, I know, but I mean,
Very lovely, lovely.
you know that pregnancy sparkle.
Very mange. She's very
Pretty much have it 24/7.
I know, you do.
weird.
King Varen, though, he stands, or God, I keep saying he stands in his throne, but he sits in his throne. He does puff his chest out, just a tiny little bit. At the approach of Pebble. We're kind of hating that he may not be the biggest guy in the room right now.
Oh no, he's still the biggest.
Oh yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Underneath Bevel's skirt
right
is
there.
just a swanging doll.
Oh,
He's grown, he's huge.
Oh, it's proportionate.
Yeah.
Oh, it's proportionate.
Good
God.
of the
Oh my
Bubbins.
God. He puffs his chest out a little bit, but he just kind of regards each of you. To what do we owe the pleasure?
So we have some news.
Do tell. There's a lot of people.
There are.
Pebble,
Grace?
Roku, Fenris, Cedar,
Ma'am.
daughter,
Yes.
and General.
Your Grace.
Um.
I'm sure that it was.
So we've been called upon by Soothea.
Again.
Again, yes. It's exciting, isn't it?
Of course, but you're my daughter, of course.
Of course, yeah. I mean, what else would you expect?
Nothing less.
But, well, you raised me well. But, you raised her well, I know. We decided that you were the best. You were the first people that I thought should know that the long day has begun.
What?
Is that supposed to be a secret?
That was an excellent segue.
I thought we came here to.
You mean it?
Yes.
Tis true. We were told.
You verify this story.
All of us.
Mother, why would I lie?
I don't know, you've done it before.
Soothea talked to each of us all at the same time.
That sounds like her.
Have been shown the way.
What way?
The material plane now holds Soothea. As in, Soothea is now dominant over the material plane. The long day has begun.
This is fantastic news!
Oh, good.
Tis.
Did you not think it would be?
No, we
I have no concept of this time. It has been my first.
Do you know what this means?
No.
Refresh my memory.
Soothea rules over the material plane, right?
Yes.
Bingo.
That is just one step in the grand scheme of her taking over the entire realm!
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, this is good.
As we expect.
Right?
Exactly.
What is going on with you people?
We're very excited. Yay! Yes, we're very excited.
Oh my gosh!
It means we've been summoned to enter the call to protect this realm in her stead.
You.
All of us.
All of us.
All of you.
Yes.
There is suspect to believe that with this coming of light, also will be the coming of darkness.
Where there is darkness, there is light.
Yes.
And vice versa.
She's charged us with protecting the realm.
Oh, this is fantastic. Oh,
I'm so excited, Mummy.
Watch out for those hands.
Do you want me to move out of the way?
Yes.
I can move.
this is fantastic news. We must celebrate.
Of course. We figured you would know best whether or not this would cause like a ruckus for the kingdom.
Individuals.
No, of course not. No, this is means for celebration. We must party until we collapse.
I do love a good
I was
party.
not expecting.
I did not expect that either.
I am in full military garb.
Well, get out of it right now. No, I don't mean it seriously. Stop. Good God.
You must do a send off.
Sure. She grabs you by your cheeks and pinches them. That's exactly what we must do. A send-off. Celebrate. Give her that fuel. Give her that power. The more we worship, the stronger she becomes. Right?
Exactly, of course.
You're all nodding like you understand me, but I am seeing lots of confused eyes.
I fear celebrations might be a perfect time for an assault. I appreciate it. I understand the importance of it, but I shall remain dutiful and remain steadfast.
He's no fun at
I
parties.
was gonna say, what a party pooper, as they
This is
say.
why he and I are old.
Well, that's great. You do that, and we'll all have a great time.
Feast!
Correct! Exactly!
Shall I contact the party planner, Mother?
Yes! 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 Dingo! Dingo!
Dingo. Flamboyant David.
Totally! So,
Dog.
this bit.
He used to be in the pack.
He needs to be in the back. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say this fae, this like really tall, very lanky fae comes in with a like vibrantly striped outfit. It's just stripes up and all the way down. He's got big like ruffled lace ends on his sleeves that kind of go over. He's got a big frilly neck piece
Frock.
around him. He's got big shoes that kind of curl up with a little pom-pom on the front. And he kind of pokes his head in. You called on me?
Wow.
Hi, Dingo.
Hi. Which one are you?
The priestess.
There's been a lot of those. Anyway, as he kind of walks up and completely ushers past all 6 of you up to Queen Keith and Esty. Dingo. Mingle. Come back later tonight for the big party. That's when we'll have it.
Right.
Tonight and for the next, what? Few months?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
We will watch over the party people.
And also keep the kingdom safe.
And party, right?
Oh, of course.
Yes, this
Worship
is a
her name.
party.
I like it. You're fun.
Yes. I like this one.
This is gonna be great.
What has King Bear been doing this whole time?
Stone cold Steve Austin the entire fucking time this has been going down.
Hitting stunners on people. Just
No, he has just been sitting there.
Him and I will be very close by the end of this celebration.
You can roll an insight check on him if you
Exchange
like.
no words, but they'll love each other immensely.
Exactly, we will be so fond of each other. 11 plus 10. Fuck.
I kind of like a little
14.
insight on old
Dirty
Aslan.
shit old guys.
Totally. Totally.
Varen? Is it Varen?
Yeah, there.
Baron's Maine.
By Baron's Maine! That's
Sometimes the
fucking
local-
That's
sick.
great.
Insight.
Dirty 20.
Give me a
Yeah,
second.
normally I'm gonna be 14.
Not good. 10.
That's okay. Yeah, so those who rolled the insight would know this is pretty typical for Baron. He is quite the closed off, quiet, stoic person, but there is a squint to his eyes at this moment, and you get the sense that he is sizing you up.
See if we're up to the task.
Are you fit?
Abs to the haired over other abs.
You see this?
12-pack of abs.
Not are you fit? Like, are you fit to be in the positions that the goddess has entrusted to you?
He's obviously looking at his daughter with pride.
No, he is sizing you up. You.
It's a guy you
Almost especially you.
hold you to a higher standard.
I kind of raise my chin a little.
Nothing changes.
I will.
But Blabbermouth on the other side of him is going off with Dingo now. The two of them have kind of just pranced out of the room at this point. And we'll put this there, and we'll put this there. Oh, let's go down to the ballroom.
You brace.
What?
Just apologizing. I'm excusing myself. If I may. Not in that way. You don't need to make fun of it. It's a perfectly normal thing to do. I'll make myself useful with the god.
I'll see you later, Mother.
Hilarious. I talk to the down guard to make sure they crack down on all the top watches and things.
Cool.
Yeah.
Was that a good idea?
I guess if we're gonna be leaving afterwards, is that the goal?
She wants to party for months.
Yeah, yes, but this room, I mean, I suppose. Anyway, we'll just be like,
Probably take months for this party to get started.
We will do.
Oh no, she has invited you back tonight.
Ah, shit.
The party begins tonight.
For a month
We don't have
straight.
to stay for a month. We just make an appearance.
One night soiree. Next night.
She'll
Couple weeks.
she'll get busy with her
If it is happening
little
here,
playthings, and then we'll be fine.
I will remain.
Literally? In this room?
Unless I have moved.
You're going to your mother's way. She's not going to be happy.
I just had this vision of everyone trying to like move around Roku, sitting in the middle of this fucking room.
They just put a dolly under him.
Just
Roll him out.
alright.
So, how are we going to keep an eye out if we're partying?
I'll be watchful eye. As well as Roku.
Yes.
You and your Skywardens?
Skywardens can take a break. They may rebel.
Just you?
Myself with the Dawn God
Alright.
of this palace.
Fenris, what is it that you are most skilled at?
Can't argue with that.
You can argue with that logic.
Well done, sir.
I live.
I live.
Well, what now?
King Varen, we will not disappoint.
That's all. And then I will just sit, I guess.
Just sit right.
I mean, it's no better place to be than near the king and queen for protecting. I guess.
He holds your stare.
Yeah, it's a long.
I'm literally just looking between the two of them, like,
So a fly lands on Roku's
The beetle comes up just a little too high.
Unmoved. I'm laughing. But
I know, I'm
Totally
laughing.
stoic.
But King Baron is, if you sit in front of him and just look at him,
like he's up a big staircase.
Totally,
At
totally.
the very bottom, humble and just sitting, not like directly in front, like off, not centered, just awkwardly, but sitting.
by a pillar.
so as Roku sits in front of King Baron, Atlas, you
I make way to the guards and ensure them that we must double our watches and, less breaks. Keep us all vigilant.
Aestoria?
I would probably go back to my chambers and
Garcia.
bathe again and, get my hair done.
Oh, the bathing.
You would likely have like a nurse that would do all that thing.
Oh,
all
yeah.
that stuff.
Stand there while they dress me.
Yeah, totally.
Cedar's gonna be like walking around, like I guess the castle grounds, like the immediate grounds. Just just gonna wait this out.
Fenris? Sorry.
I make my way in
Duh.
search of V.
Okay.
In search of what?
V.
Is that drugs?
Volterra? Or-
Volperia?
No.
Verona?
V.
We'll get back to the
Okay, secret V. Okay, got it.
Roku?
Yeah.
Oh, right, you're just
he's
sitting? And Pebble.
Everyone just leaves me and I don't know what I'm supposed to do, so... Queen, get the nesty?
She gone.
She got okay. King Baron?
But she to be honest, as
Probably
she
dragged you with
on
her.
her way out, she said, "You want to go?"
I kind of think it'd be funny if she just was talking with Dingo
Dingo.
and like just left and everybody else did their thing.
That's
It was just
that's
like
exactly.
me and Roku
and
King Baron.
King Baron.
I was like, King Baron, do you have like a playroom in the castle or something I can hang out in until the party starts? Like craft room,
Can you use your phone?
big drum.
Can you games on your phone?
Is there a window in this room? Can I just go jump out the window?
The whole thing is just lined with windows.
Great, I'm just gonna
Smash the window!
jump out the window.
Perhaps if you
An
do
open
that,
window.
this is the
Open
first.
window.
King Baron, who was sitting on his throne,
love it.
stoic throughout the
Smash through.
entire conversation. Pebble just smashes through a window, and you see him.
Thought it was open, I'm sorry. I'll fly away as fast as I can.
Tiniest bit of life from him. He's like,
Can't be bothered.
No expensive those. Sorry.
Queen, Keith, and Esty and Dingo come back into the room. We can put this over here. We can put. What the fuck happened to the window?
They look over at Mark.
Pebble Sky's fucking
Okay, well, Dingo, we'll have to get that fixed for tonight.
Bubbins.
All right. Well, as the chosen choserers, the choseners,
Twice blessed.
the twice blessed.
blessed.
Actually, that's
Okay.
pretty dope.
Oh, I like that. The twice the best.
The double dipped.
Nope, we had it the first time.
We'll think of a band name, guys. Don't worry.
Back to square one.
As the six of you kind of peter off into your own little paths, your own direction. Some of you just sit still. That is where we will end our session for today.
Yay! Very fun.